From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I think Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat.
Okay, so what the hell is going on?
Okay, so you know when things, they take a life of their own, and oftentimes great inventions come from ridiculous ideas. If you remember when Dammit Maurie started calling around giants in the world of fashion because he had created the solution for carrying your phone and other belongings when you want to walk around nude, which Maurie's idea, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, Maurie, was a belt-type system that just had pockets on the sides. So you could be nude, and then you just clip this thing around your waist, and it just gives you pockets. No pants, just pockets. Is that right?
Yeah, because where else are you going to put your things?
Okay.
Well, when you're walking around naked?
Yeah, but even if you're naked, you still need your phone. You still need your car keys.
Okay. Right. Okay. So do you remember when Maurie called John Varvatos? Let me play this for you. Just remind everybody, these are just some of the conversations that Maurie had with the giants in the world of fashion.
Hello?
Hi, is John there by chance? John Varvatos?
No, he's not. He's traveling right now.
Oh, okay. Is that by chance? I'm looking for the John Varvatos, the fashion designer.
Yes.
Oh, is this his wife?
Yes.
Yeah,
Anyway, I have this.
Call the man at home, by the way.
Wow.
Right? Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Amazing, cool fashion invention idea. Maybe I can tell it to you. It's basically if you want to suntan or walk around your home naked, but you need pockets. So it's like a belt, but with pockets.
Right. Okay. It's a belt with pockets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy on either side of it for if you need pockets. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know.
Like pockets? Like it would be like a belt, like you'd wear a belt, and then you'd have like pockets just hanging off the belt for when you want to be naked.
Okay.
And I think it's perfect for him.
Okay.
What do you want me to do with that information?
Okay. She's getting the paperwork done for restraining order as Maurie's still in the conversation. Okay, but here's the crazy idea.
Okay.
Here is the crazy reality of this situation.
Don't tell me John Varvatos called them.
No, there's somebody who's a huge fan of this show who actually made the belt with pockets.
No.
And has started an Indiegogo campaign.
Oh, stop.
To have them manufactured.
No, you guys are trolling.
So people can buy them. So in a couple minutes, we're going to take a break. We're going to bring him in. Clement Chu is the fan of the show who created, and what does he call them, Maurie?
Mo pockets.
Mo pockets.
Get outta here.
MAU-pockets. And he will bring it in. Hopefully one of us will try it.
I'm not getting naked.
But that's but then you're not using it.
Okay, I'll do it.
It's your invention, bro.
And I can only assume that these things will be manufactured in a place with horrible working conditions because that is just the most Dammit Maurie thing ever. Okay, so coming up, we're going to meet the guy who has created the prototype for the Mo Pockets.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, so Mo Pockets. These are it's Maurie's invention where you called around like everybody. You called Versace.
John Varvatos. I even called Tommy Hilfiger.
Okay, trying to pitch them his fashion idea, which is the solution to carrying your phone and your keys when you want to be nude, which is the belt with pockets on it. It's just pockets, no pants, just pockets that hang down off a belt. And a fan of the show named Clement Chu started an Indiegogo campaign to have these things mass produced, and he has created the Mo Pocket prototype. Have you seen this yet, Maurie?
I have.
You have. Okay.
I'd make a few tweaks. I think the pockets are a little big.
Okay. I haven't seen this yet. He's in the hallway right now.
Can I ask a quick question?
Clement Chu is in the hallway right now with the only known prototype for the Mo Pocket. What's your question?
Quick question before he comes in.
Yes.
What's the proper way of asking? Because you're smart, both of you.
Yes.
how do I make money off this?
Okay, well, that's a whole, you got to have a lawyer for this, Maurie.
Well, I mean, he just started this without even asking my permission.
That's true. He just launched it. Put Maurie's picture on the Indiegogo site and everything.
Oh, wow.
It gives Maurie full credit on the Indiegogo site.
Yeah.
So we'll tell you how to get to the Indiegogo site. We'll tell you what his goal was. We'll tell you how far into his goal he is.
You want to bring Clement in?
Bring Clement in right now.
Clement? You want to have a seat right here, buddy?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. Hold on here. Grab a seat right here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I can't believe
you totally made Mo Pockets. And you have like a mannequin bust and everything else.
That's right.
Okay, so you obviously heard this on the show.
I did.
Okay.
In mid-August.
In mid-August. And your thought was what?
I thought it was hilarious. The greatest idea to me, maybe not to you guys.
How often are you nude that you would require something like this then?
Every weekend.
Okay.
Hold on. So, Clement, go through what we're looking at right now, this prototype of the Mo Pocket.
It's exactly, I think, Maurie's vision. It's a belt with pockets.
What is that? Is that denim? Or there was like,
these are
just
denim
jeans. And you, okay.
So
and
I just cut out the pockets.
Yeah.
Put them onto the belt here and spray painted everything.
Okay, yes, it's
Black
like
and gold.
it's a gold belt too, right? Like it looks really fancy.
Have you worn these around the house? Like, have you tested
I
it out
didn't.
yourself?
Unfortunately, I bought a belt that was a little too small for my waist.
Come on, Clement.
I think it might fit Maurie though.
Are we allowed to tweak any of this? Like, are we,
Absolutely.
Like, are we
So
pretending we're at the boardroom table right now?
Yeah,
It
Dragon's
looks a
Den.
bit-
Let's go.
It's fantastic. Thank you. It looks a bit cowboy-like.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if we can shrink the pockets just a little bit.
Of course.
Because you're taking away from some of the nudity.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right, yes. No, that's I see your point. What if the pockets, Maurie, were moved sort of over to the side? Because right now the pockets on the Mo Pockets, they sit just right over your thighs. Can you spread the Mo Pockets around?
These can actually move. You can
They
move them
are
to the
movable.
back.
Oh,
There you go.
they're
There you go.
adjustable.
So if you wanted to, you could flip them to the back and cover
So
the
let's
cheeks.
take it off here.
Okay.
Okay. Maury, pants
Look at
off.
this.
Let's go.
Maurie.
All right, Maurie's stripping down right now.
Yeah, Maury's taking his pants off.
Hold on. We got to send you. You brought your family in, Clement.
I know. Can your family go to another room?
Maury, you didn't tell me there's going to be a child in the room. Okay. Look, we had a plan. We had a plan that Maury was going to get. We had a plan.
Put that in.
We can't get full nude in here, though, Maury. That's not right.
Okay,
how do you do that?
Okay, Clement. Do you honestly think Maury's going to know how to do that belt,
Let's do it a little
bro?
lower.
Come on.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, no.
Maury.
The belt's too small.
Oh, we got it. We got
got
it.
it. You
Oh,
got
my
it.
God.
Okay.
Oh, no. Maury, are you okay? Can you breathe?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
How does that feel, Maury?
It feels great.
Okay.
Put your phone in there for a second.
Yeah, try him out,
Yeah,
man.
put like a pen in the pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a phone.
What do you
Where's your
normally,
phone?
aside from shame, what do you normally hide in your pockets, Maury?
Candy.
Candy. Okay. How does
This
that
is
feel?
kind of exactly what I was visioning.
Is it?
I just think the pockets are a bit big, but this makes complete sense, right? This is what you want to do. Like if you're in the backyard, you're lying on a
Right.
beach towel.
Yeah.
Where else are you going to put your phone and your pocket? Maybe your snack,
Right.
sunscreen.
I'm going to suggest one thing, and you guys may need to work on this for the next sort of round of prototypes for the Mo Pockets, which is I'm envisioning you right now, Maury, nude.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
But I don't know if you fully thought out the aesthetics of being nude with a tight belt around your waist.
Yeah.
well,
true.
I mean, it's like, how are you envisioning me, though? I mean, this fits well.
I know, but look
took
at
a
what's
while to get the belt on, though.
But look at what's hanging over top of the belt right now.
No, I get
Now
what you're
imagine
saying.
that with no shirt on.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying.
Now, also, just exhale. Stop sucking it in. Exhale and just be the real Maury.
Well, keep in mind, that's my son's belt, so maybe we can get a bigger one for
True.
Maury.
Yeah, no, we could. Why don't you take some of that extra stuff there, Maury, and start putting it
How
in your
about
pockets?
suspenders?
Oh, hold on.
Now we're talking.
Hold on now. Hold on now.
Well, hold on. The suspender Mo Pockets?
Wait, we need to patent this first.
Mo spenders? We could have Mo Pockets and Mo spenders. Okay.
So this is on Indiegogo right now,
It
right,
is,
Clement?
it is.
And now there are only, 11 days left in your campaign.
Your goal was $25,000 to start getting these things into production. Clement Chu, how far are you in your goal? What have you raised so far?
So far, $0
$0 raised.
How has nobody donated to this?
Come on, people.
We need some investors here.
We do. We need investors. investors, Indiegogo.com, the world's first ever Mo Pockets. The prototype looks good. I think that if you even added on there with Mo Pockets, Mo Spenders to help with the belly, right?
Yeah, that way there's no obstructions.
What do you hook the bottom of the suspenders to, though, More?
The pockets themselves.
So basically
they're
you're just
floating in air.
Okay, but so you know what that is, though? That's just a purse.
No, but you still have the crisscross of the suspenders on your back.
So you want like gun holsters?
Okay, so Clement, if people want more information or they need a link to your Indiegogo, where do they go?
Go to www.feature.bio.
Okay.
So FEATURE .bio.
Okay, cool. And that's how people
It'll
find
bring
this?
you right to that.
All right, there we go.
All right, Clement, thank you so much, bro.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Do you want to see me strut like I'm on a catwalk?
No, really don't.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apple reviews on the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Since we started reading these, it's been a little tough keeping up with the amount that are coming in.
Really?
Because I check every other day now to see what people are saying, to gather them all to read and share with all of you. And again, these are all like 5-star reviews, so we appreciate the time that you take to write them and to leave those 5 stars. Ryan in the United States writes this. This podcast is the best thing to listen to. Every night, I put it on when I go to bed and always fall asleep in the best mood possible. Love that you guys now have 2 podcasts a week, so I always have new content to fall asleep to. Keep up the great work. You guys are the best.
Where in the United States is he? Does it say?
It doesn't
say.
say.
Or just general United States?
It just says Ryan in the United States.
Like my American boyfriend.
Okay, somebody who named himself Mocha's Laugh wrote this. Hi, friends. I've been listening to you since I was 14 years old. I'm now 24. My mom, sisters, and I love listening to you 3 on the way to high school, and then the journey continued as I headed off to university and now full-time employment. You 3 are so much fun and make life a little brighter. I want to thank you most of all for the times you made my family laugh together. Mocha, you are my absolute favorite. Your genuineness is so refreshing and your laugh makes me so happy. I admire how you always see the brighter side of things. Roz, I praise the way you challenge stereotypes and keep things real on the show. Your wisdom is everything. Damn it, Maurie, you are too funny. I appreciate the way you don't take life too seriously. P.S. Give Damn It Matthew, your husband, 2 kisses, Portuguese style, from me and my big fat Portuguese family. I was born and raised in Toronto, and I'm so thrilled to have your show represent this lovely city I call home. Love, AC.
That's dope.
Lizzie Loves This Game writes this. Again, 5 stars. Thank you very much, Lizzie. I used to listen to Virgin Radio, but hated it so much. Then one day, I was flipping channels and came across Kiss Radio. From that day forward, the channel has not changed. And when I first heard this show, I fell in love. You guys are so funny and real, and I love listening to your podcast and the way you guys laugh at the dammits. In a hard time, y'all bring the light out so much. So thank you for doing what you do. Also, Roz is my favorite. So thank you very much, Lizzie, for that Apple Podcast review. Nick C. 728 writes, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with your podcast. I used to be so sad when I finished it each week. Now I have a second baby and finding time to listen is not easy. I can't just have it as background noise because I need to hear it all. When I do get a chance, it lifts my spirits and puts me in an automatic good mood. You guys are the best.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you.
And we'll end on this one. Cher from Brampton. I absolutely love listening to the podcast on my 1-hour GO train ride every day. You guys are amazing and keep doing what you're doing. 5 and 7 is the best game ever. Roz is my favorite, even though I feel like he's bad at mouth charades on purpose. And damn it, Maurie is an absolute gem.
No, I'm not bad on purpose. These guys cheat. That's the reality.
No, you're just bad because you suck at that game.
No.
So, Cher from Brampton, thank you. And thank you, everyone who's left a review. Apple Podcasts is where we get these from. So keep sending them in, and we will keep reading them.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Well, I just started thinking, a lot of women wear yoga pants and people still wear their swimsuits to the beach. I think if the material is a little different, actually wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know about the full naked deal, but, it's trendy. You could find something very, light as far as the material. might be something worthwhile to look into.
Yeah, and I think that this goes to an even bigger conversation, which is, it's all fun and good with the Mo Pockets and everything else. But really, when's the last time, Mocha, you have been out of the house? So there's no roof and no walls around you where you've been naked.
Out of the house?
Yes.
With no roof and no walls?
Yes.
Never.
Okay, first of all, let's go out of the bedroom. When's the last time you walked down a hallway or a flight of stairs, even at home, fully bare-ass naked?
I don't know, like maybe
I got
2 weeks ago, maybe?
Okay.
Because I had to go to the laundry room to get something.
Okay. Was anybody home?
No.
Okay. When's the last time you were out of the bedroom?
Yeah.
Walking around the house at least one flight of stairs to do something or get something while somebody was home being fully naked?
I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't
I don't
tell
know.
me?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't remember.
That's crazy to me.
You?
So, like a day ago.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I did it once when I had to run down the hall naked to get more toilet paper.
So once. So you're never naked? I'm working with two people who are never naked. I'm naked all the time.
Oh, I'm naked when I'm alone, but I'm not naked when Matthew's home.
Oh, I'm naked. I'll walk through the house with Catherine in the house nude. Who cares, man?
All right.
I'm naked all the time. Outside, I'm naked.
So then make a bid for the Mo Pockets.
You're the prime investor in this, man.
But people aren't naked anymore. Nobody walks around nude anymore, man.
Hello. It's Roz and Mocha Show. What do you want to say?
I just wanted to ask a question. Has nobody sort of figured out that essentially this Mo Pocket is just it's a fanny pack?
Yeah, see,
it's different though. It's different.
All the texts that we're getting right now at 925-555, they're either saying, isn't that just a fanny pack, or isn't the Mo Pocket just a tool belt?
Yeah, see, but
it is, but it's not.
A tool belt is very cumbersome, right?
And it has multiple pockets.
And a fanny pack is a fanny pack. Like it's its own thing. These are simply just pockets. Like
Can I chime in as the brain behind this?
You can't walk around and put your hands inside a fanny pack. If you sometimes are uncomfortable, when you're around people and in public and you don't know what to do with your hands, you just put them in your pockets, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what he wants it for. I thought it was just for a cell phone.
Well, no, but it is too. But let's say you're naked at like a family reunion or something, right?
Yeah, I know all the time.
A christening for a friend's kid. Who knows?
That's
right? And all you have on is the Mo Pockets and you feel a little uncomfortable. You can always slide your hands into the Mo Pockets. Maurie.
Also, I was just going to add in amazing points, by the way, Roz. Thank you for understanding this. I was just going to say, sometimes with a fanny pack, if you want to be naked, a fanny pack, you don't feel naked.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So you still feel like you're wearing
because
something.
it's there.
It's there. I got you. Pockets are very inconspicuous. You don't really notice them, right?
Yeah, and you can walk around as though you know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Okay, well, you've clarified it for me because, in my mind, I'm thinking, naked, belt, pocket, fanny pack, but hey.
Thanks so much.
No problem. Have a great day.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
What do you think? Mo Pocket is going to take off or what?
I don't know. I'm sort of still with him on this. I love $1 million idea or a $10 idea, whichever. I love an idea. And the Mo Pockets is ridiculous. I just need to see somebody wearing it who's actually nude. It's what I need. I need to see that.
I know. And the one that we had in here just now, it didn't fit Maurie.
No, it's a little toy.
Yeah. We'll just say that the belt was a little small. All right, the belt was a little small.
Yeah. No, but people are loving it, though, man.
This could totally take off. This is something I think everybody needs.
Okay, people are loving it. The reaction
said at 925-555, they need to be waterproof.
That we can do that. Why not little zippers on it?
Yeah.
Or just make it out of raincoat.
Oh, no, you can't change the material, though.
No, you could have different versions of it.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, not everything has to be denim.
416-870-8888. What do you want to say?
I just wanted to ask a question. Has nobody sort of figured out that essentially this Mo Pocket is just it's a fanny pack?
Yeah, see,
it's different though. It's different.
All the texts that we're getting right now at 925-555, they're either saying, isn't that just a fanny pack, or isn't the Mo Pocket just a tool belt?
Yeah, see, but
it is, but it's not.
A tool belt is very cumbersome, right?
And it has multiple pockets.
And a fanny pack is a fanny pack. Like it's its own thing. These are simply just pockets. pockets. Like,
Can I chime in as the brain behind this?
You can't walk around and put your hands inside a fanny pack. You know, if you sometimes are uncomfortable, you know, when you're around people and in public and you don't know what to do with your hands, you just put them in your pockets, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what he wanted for. I thought it was just for a cell phone.
Well, no, but it is too. But let's say you're naked at like a family reunion or something.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I know all the time.
A christening for a friend's kid. Who knows?
That's right.
And all you have on is the Mo pockets, and you feel a little uncomfortable. You can always slide your hands into the Mo pockets. Maurie.
Also, I was just going to add in amazing points, by the way, Roz. Thank you for understanding this. I was just going to say, sometimes with a fanny pack, if you want to be naked, a fanny pack, you don't feel naked.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you still feel like you're wearing something.
Because it's there.
It's there. I gotcha. Pockets are very inconspicuous. You don't really notice them, right?
Yeah, and you can walk around as though
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Okay, well, you've clarified it for me because, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, naked, belt, pocket, fanny pack, but hey.
Thanks so much.
No problem. Have a great day.
You too. We're getting even more texts. And I don't know. When did you come up with this idea, Maurie, for the Mo Pocket?
Well, it was a while ago when we were discussing Roz in his backyard being naked.
It's a long time ago.
But I remember discussing, like, I asked Roz once, I'm like...
But was it
you know,
inspired by anything else?
No, it was just talking about if you wanted to be in your backyard at the cottage naked, but what you need to still have your tools for building things.
It's like, he actually had my best interest in mind.
Because at 925-555, we're getting multiple texts in addition to everything else about it being like a tool belt and a fanny pack, saying that somebody wrote... Can someone tell Maurie that he didn't think of the belt with pockets? It was actually Jerry Seinfeld who did.
Oh.
And a lot of other people are saying it was like part of a Seinfeld bit. So maybe you heard that and like it like stuck in your mind and you just forgot that it was a Seinfeld thing maybe.
Genius minds, Mocha. Genius minds.
All think alike.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
If you are not yet a member of the Air Transat Kids Club, get on this right now. First of all, it is absolutely free if you have kids between the ages of 2 and 11.
Yeah, now when we say kids club, it's not like an actual club that you go to. What it is, it's membership, and membership has its privileges.
No, it's not like
I
a
don't know.
nightclub.
I had a conversation with somebody where they were like,
They thought it was like a nightclub?
Well, they were like, what are those kids clubs like? Because at resorts, they have places called kids clubs, right? Where your kid goes and they just piss around all day and have like the best time of their life.
Like they fist bump and stuff?
Yes.
It's not like a club, like...
No, it's not. No. Kids Club, what it is you sign your kid up for this between 2 and 11, if that's the sort of age range they are. Now, what you get as a family is free seat selection for members on their round trips.
Nice.
You get a dedicated family check-in counter at the airport, which is so it's like you skip the line almost. You've got a family counter at the airport, which is incredible. Pre-boarding.
Oh, big deal. Onboard surprises. They give you a little baggie for the kids that have like a ton of stuff to keep them occupied while on that flight. Priority baggage handling, stroller gate delivery service. Plus, you can enter right now to win an exciting family vacation. Go to airtransat.com/kidsclub to become a member. And again, it is free for kids age 2 to 11.
I love it. I can't tell you, it is an absolute must if you're traveling with kids. Okay, Mocha, let's take a phone call.
Danny speaking.
Danny, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, Roz Mocha. How are you guys doing? Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm just getting the kids ready for school and trying to get everything ready over here.
Okay, tell them to
How
chill.
you guys doing?
Tell them to chill for 2 seconds. You sent me this message, and I was like, "Oh my God, say no more. We have to call you and put you on the show." And so I immediately grabbed your number, and here we are. Trying to figure out what Maurie just walked in the room. Hello, Maurie.
Hey, Maurie.
Say hi to Danny.
Hi, Danny, I think.
Hi.
So,
how are you?
Maurie, you met Danny. You ran into Danny at an art thing a few months ago.
Yeah, so back in the spring, I was showing some work in Yorkville.
Okay.
And Maurie was there.
and so every now and then, like, somebody has a move, right? And not necessarily like a pickup line move. I'm not saying you tried to wheeze Danny.
She sounds very gorgeous.
But Maurie's move when he meets somebody who might be a fan is like so forward that I need to know if this is the first and only time that he's done this. So Danny, what did Maurie do when he met you?
So Maurie was standing by my work, so I said hi to him. and told him that I'm a fan of the show, and I told him that I love you guys.
Yeah.
And he immediately asked for my cell phone.
So he asked for your phone. So he asked for your phone.
He asked me about Instagram.
Side note, Danny's an artist.
Okay.
Which is why the two of them met at this art show. Okay.
So Maury asks for my phone, asks about Instagram.
Yeah.
I handed my phone with Instagram open.
Right.
He immediately signed himself and followed himself on my phone. You guys around and said,
First of all, there has to be more to this. Like, I would never just, hi, how are you? Let me see your phone.
No, you did.
Did you?
Yeah, you did. And then you took off, and then you were gone.
That makes no sense.
So hold on. So you were looking at Danny's artwork. She said to you, she's a fan of the Roz and Mocha show. You asked for her cell phone, pulled up Instagram immediately, found yourself, searched for yourself, and hit follow from her phone?
No, there's half the story has to be missing.
What has to be missing?
Because if
You
it's
were
who
there.
No, but if it's who I think it is, I said, how do I continue? Your work is amazing.
Yes.
How can I continue to see more of your work?
Right.
And let me see your phone. So that I can follow you on Instagram, so that I can keep in touch with you.
But why did you need
That's the
her
story.
phone to follow her on Instagram?
Because I think she wanted to send me more stuff about her art, if it's who I think it is.
Not quite sure that's what happened, but I do love you, Maury, and I think you're amazing.
Do you still follow Maury?
No.
No. you don't.
No, she unfollowed you, bro.
How fast did you unfollow Maury?
I think it was a day later. I unfollowed him.
Oh, I didn't know this was I didn't think that this story was going to have a sad ending.
No, I follow the show and I follow you guys.
Right.
And I think Maury's amazing. It was a day or two later. There was a lot of posts coming down my way, and I actually don't spend a lot of time on Instagram at all. But there was just a lot of stuff happening, so I unfollowed him.
Is that your move, Maury? Have you done that before? Have you grabbed somebody's phone?
Never.
No.
I don't know.
Are you sure?
I have a feeling this is kind of like
your art not like round and stuff?
Yes, it was.
I know the story.
But then tell the story.
I told that she's missing half the story.
Okay, here's the question, guys. Take
Yeah.
Maury's phone and see if Maury's still following me. If that's the story.
Are you still following her?
Oh, I don't think I ever followed her.
So what's the point then?
I didn't put her on the phone.
But so what are you upset? So you lit it. So you
No, I'm
did.
not upset at all. I'm just upset that the story's not being told truthfully.
Okay, but you did take the woman's phone, go to her Instagram, follow you, but you never followed her?
Because I told her to message me with more stuff about her art.
But if you were
and blah, blah, blah.
interested in her, why wouldn't you also follow her?
I was drunk.
Okay, now it all comes out. What were you drinking?
Gin and tonic.
Is that why you don't remember any of this?
Probably.
Maury's sitting here looking at me like I'm telling a story about two people he's never met.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this is exactly the way the story went down. Maury's
Right.
just too drunk at the time to remember.
Right. Okay. So is this a gin and tonic night?
Probably.
Okay. There we go.
You're very lucky that I'm surprised I didn't give you my card and say let me buy some stuff.
Well, it was very nice to meet you. It was back in the spring.
Danny, thank you so much. How do people, if they're interested in seeing your art, how do people find that?
Well, you can go to my website or Instagram. They're both Danny Cooperman, DANICOOPERMAN.com.
There you go.
And you can see everything there.
Hey, damn it, Maury, would it surprise you if I told you that Jenna and I own a piece of artwork that Danny has produced?
Oh, no, I knew that. She told me that there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you remember that?
Love you, Danny. Thanks so much for joining us on the Roz and
Love
Mocha
you guys.
Show.
I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing to you guys.
Yes.
First of all, I love you guys. The show is just such a bright part of my day. I listen to you guys in the studio every single day. I listen to the podcast on repeat. You guys always keep me entertained. But I also want to say that I've met Jamila Mocha a bunch of times. And Mocha is even more authentic and real and genuine than he comes across in the air. And it's just been such a pleasure to see that what I see on the what I hear on the radio is true in real life. So Mocha, you guys are awesome. Jen is amazing. Cruz is so delicious. And it's been really nice to meet you guys.
Okay.
Oh, that's so nice.
Now
Thank
do
you.
Maury.
Nice to meet you, Maury.
Oh, come on, Maury. This is funny, man.
Thanks, Danny.
Love you guys. Have a great day.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you watch the new trailer that Netflix dropped for the Breaking Bad movie? They premiered it during the Emmys last night.
No. How was it?
It is Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
Sitting in the El Camino. And we are led to believe that this scene for the new ad for the Breaking Bad movie takes place immediately following what happened in the very, very last episode, and Jesse escapes.
So do we know if Bryan Cranston is in this or not?
Nobody knows. You have to assume, though. It's a Breaking Bad movie.
But here's my so if Bryan Cranston is in this, though, has nobody seen Bryan Cranston at all? Like, did he shave his head, or are they going to digitally take his hair off?
I don't know.
Or did
He
they
was
do
at
a
the
bald
Emmys.
cap?
He was at the Emmys last night. He had a full head of hair.
But what's a full head of hair? Like 3 months growth?
Yeah.
That's easy to do.
Yeah. But we are also led to believe that, spoiler alert, he died in the last episode.
Well, I know
Right?
that.
But the scene...
many questions.
And I don't know, we don't know the timeline, too. We don't know if all of this happens immediately following the last episode, because in the new trailer, it's, as we said, Pinkman sitting in the car, and he's sweating, he's breathing heavily, and the voiceover, it's actually a police scanner.
Okay.
Right? And news reports.
Okay.
Saying this.
Breaking news on Monday. A horrific scene with multiple victims. It started when neighbors reported hearing hundreds of gunshots fired. When Albuquerque police arrived, they discovered the bodies of 9 male victims, many shot multiple times. Veteran police officers calling the level of carnage, quote, staggering. Apparently, a remote-controlled machine gun was used in the killings. Investigators are searching for a person of interest who fled the scene. Anyone with information on this massacre is asked to call police immediately.
Hold on now. What are the nerds saying? How many people were in the room in the final episode?
I don't know. I didn't do the body count.
Well, you should. It's specific in that trailer that they said that they found 9 bodies. So what are the nerds saying? Who's gone back to watch the final episode to find out if Walt is 9 or if Walt is 10?
6 hours ago.
I don't care.
You think I got that kind of time?
Somebody has that kind of time. It's so specific in that trailer that they said 9 bodies. So was Walt 9 or was Walt 10?
If anybody knows, please text us.
Also, can I just say that I thought that I was out of the woods with Breaking Bad stress. I didn't think I was going to have to deal with this anymore.
No.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Welcome to your first day of fall.
Yeah.
It arrived at 10 to 4 this morning.
Oh.
Might get some showers later in the afternoon, but that's okay. Oh. What's up, David Maurie?
Did you say first day of fall?
I know that voice. I know that voice. That means Maurie's got jokes.
Oh, no.
Can we unlock the comedy club?
Unlock? Okay, hold on. You mean open the comedy club?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. It's a raptor.
Isn't that? Yo, what did you eat this weekend?
Isn't that a raptor? Lots of dairy, it sounds like. You can just do this for 2 minutes, man. I'm good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. The one, the only, David Maurie.
0 to 100 real fast, man.
What did the tree say to autumn?
What did the tree say to autumn?
Leave me alone. Okay. What is the cutest season?
What is the cutest season?
Summer.
No. Autumn.
Oh. Autumn.
Mocha, do you get it? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the tree that had to take time off of work in autumn?
The tree that had to take time off of work.
There's a lot going on in that setup. So much.
It was on paid leave. Because he took time off. Okay. What is it called when a tree doesn't think it's autumn?
What is it called when a tree doesn't think it's autumn? What?
Disbelief.
Yeah, you got a lot of tree jokes, huh?
Yeah.
It's like all tree jokes.
Well, it's autumn.
What else are you going to do?
No, I know.
You got a pumpkin joke in there or something?
Like anything?
No, but that would be a gourd one.
Anything on your list there that does not involve a tree?
No, but I have one more.
Okay, go.
Okay. What type of vehicle do we drive this time of year?
What type?
Honda.
No, an automobile. Automobile.
Here's what I'd like you to... Here's what I'd like you to do, Maurie. I would like you to say anything, like just carry a regular conversation, but use it in the voice that you do to set up jokes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be like, hey, Maurie, what'd you do this weekend?
Oh my God, I totally slept in.
See, now that's funny.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see? So explain to me this WWE wrestler who got pulled over.
Oh my God.
Because I'm looking at, if you go by reaction on Twitter,
yeah,
you see two different things. One, you see people freaking out because a WWE wrestler called Canada nasty. But then you see other people praising her because during a traffic stop, she never broke character.
Yeah, this is all part of who her character is in the WWE universe.
Okay, so she is
in Edmonton.
Okay, she's in Edmonton, and her character in wrestling is, what's her name in wrestling?
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans, and she's not nice.
No.
Right? Okay.
She's what you would call a heel.
Okay, so she's a heel. Bad guy. Okay, I gotcha. So she's in Edmonton because I guess WWE is doing an event in Edmonton, whatever. She gets pulled over, and she films herself during the exchange with the cop, right?
Yeah.
And so people who are not familiar with the character in WWE just think that this woman is awful.
Are you serious right now? That's not a citation, is it?
No, it's a violation ticket for speeding, Macy. Is it Macy, right?
Do you know who I am?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm Lacey Evans, and I do not rate that ticket, so you can go ahead.
Lacey Evans.
WWE superstar, and you should know exactly who I am.
Sorry, ma'am, I don't. Hey, so here's the ticket information on the back.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. So,
you nasty thing. I'll pay the ticket.
Okay, well, have a good day.
Well, you have a terrible day, sir. Canada is terrible, and I can't wait to get back.
Welcome to Edmonton.
You've got to be kidding, this nasty.
Okay, so that was just her doing her character, right? So she didn't break even when... It's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing to me.
Props to that police officer who just like...
He had to be in on it, though. He had to know who she was.
Because she's also feuding with Natalia, who's an Edmontonite.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Natalia, Natalie is Jim the Anvil Neidhart's daughter.
Okay.
Now you know.
Okay, so she doesn't really have that voice. Presumably she's not really from the South. She's not really like that thing, right? But
That was all part of her character.
I love that she put the video on social, and now everybody who doesn't know what the joke was, what the goof was, thinks that this woman is terrible.
Yeah, and pulled the old do you know who I am?
Yes.
Line.
Yes.
On a police officer.
Oh, I love it.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Sarah.
Yes.
Hi.
How are you, Sarah?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Sarah, you wrote us this. Okay, so I'm 32 years old. I came out to myself 2.5 years ago. The people close to me in my life know, but it still feels like I'm living a secret. At some point, I'd like my parents to know, but I'm worried how they will react/interact with me going forward, especially my dad. Any advice on how to make this decision to tell them would be greatly appreciated.
What was the reaction like when you came out to your friends?
Oh, they were so supportive.
Yeah.
And super excited. Like nothing bad at all. They're wonderful, and they were really excited for me. So that was all good.
Are you out at work?
Half. So I work with 4 other people. So 2 of them know, and 2 of them don't because they're newer.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Do you think that your parents already kind of suspect?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Have you had like boyfriends in the past and like you brought them to the house and stuff? And
I've had boyfriends in the past, but they've been really strict with it. So that's another one of my concerns. So
like not strict as in not allowed to date?
Like they would give signals like they were disapproving of it. So they weren't allowed to like come over for dinner or
like
anything like that.
disapproving of the specific guys or disapproving of you having a boyfriend?
Me having a boyfriend, I think.
Where does this come from? Is it a cultural thing? Is it a religious thing? Why are they so uptight?
I think it's a generational thing, and I think my parents have their own like anxiety and safety concerns. So that's what I'm trying to understand on their end of it.
Oftentimes the people that I've talked to anyway that have come out to their parents, it's exactly what Mocha said, which is most times the parents sort of suspect it, but you don't want to ask. You don't want to be the one to start that conversation of your parents. So you wait for your kid to sort of initiate the conversation. Now, your situation seems a little different. I will say this, and this is one of those life decisions that, fortunately for you, there are wonderful examples of wonderful people who have walked this line before you and are a wealth of knowledge on the struggle that they went through, and they put that struggle out there so you can learn from it. And I would talk to as many people who are gay as you can. I would read as many articles and blogs and YouTube videos and everything else about how the people who did this before you did this. But I will say this, when it comes to talking about your parents about anything, whether it be sexuality or whatever, blunt is the way to go. Mm-hmm. Okay? Don't be wishy-washy about it. Don't go in there like, well, I sort of didn't know and I sort of was like this. And don't leave room for them to sort of spin this in a direction of where it may all go away.
Right. One thing that is like a red flag for me is that my dad's brother, so my uncle, is gay, but I'm not supposed to know. So I didn't find out until a few years ago at a family reunion where my parents weren't there, and my family was talking about my uncle and his partner John, and I'm like, his what? And I grew up seeing him every other weekend. So, and this is something I never knew.
Well, then tell him that you get it from his side of the family and he's to blame.
That's amazing.
Clearly. That's great. He's the one with the gay genes.
Yeah.
Damn it, Maurie, how did you come out to your dad?
Well, he walked in on me.
Okay.
And and I mean, I didn't have to tell him. He saw it all right there in front of him.
But what was the conversation like between you and Frank?
Well, after that, I left for 6 months because he thought it was a phase. He thought it was just I was experimenting, and then we had to go to family therapy. And I'll be honest with you, he's absolutely fantastic now and loves Matthew. It took him some time.
Yep.
And I hold zero grudges on how he was. I love him now.
Thinking back to then, what were the sort of hurdles that he had to get over? When you say it took some time, what took the time?
Because I was his only son, and I think that he didn't want to be okay with it because, well, how could my only son be gay? Right. You know, I took you to baseball, I took you to hockey, these. But it is what it was, and I think that after going to therapy and everything, he realized that it's okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
you are who you are.
Yeah, and I will say, Maurie's old man is, if there is like an example of the type of dude that you would think maybe wouldn't be cool if their only kid came out as gay, right? Like your dad's a dude. You know what I mean?
He sells tools for a living.
He sells tools for a living, right? But Maurie's dad, especially with Maurie and Matthew, is this wonderful, loving, welcoming. It's never even an issue as far as I know.
Oh, if Matthew's not coming with, my dad's like, well, why not?
Right. Yes. So this is what I'm saying. So you look for these examples of these people who have sort of done this before you, and you make a greatest hits out of all their techniques and what worked for them, and you just go in there with a plan and just go in there and be firm.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Sarah?
I will say this.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Maurie.
No matter what they say or however they act, they will always love you.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All the best, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And then blame it on him.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, of course.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Hello?
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh, hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Wow. It's good.
Okay.
Hold
on. Stop. What's your name, first of all?
My name is Lijo John.
Lijo.
All right, Lijo. Yeah. Roz, Lijo texted and said, I finally watched Haunting of Hill House, and I had the worst jump scare of all.
Wow, you just now got on the Haunting of Hill House?
Oh, I am on episode 51, and during that day you guys were talking about the Haunting of the Hill House. I was like, what's so good about it? And I realized it was serious very late on. So usually I just watch the horror movies.
Yeah.
And I once watched a series back at home. I'm from India.
What was the jump scare in Hill House that got you? Backseat?
Oh, yeah. What happened, dude?
Yeah, that's the one that got everybody.
Yeah.
By the way, I just find it interesting that, Lijo, you're now discovering The Haunting of Hill House, and we're almost approaching the 1 year anniversary of it being released on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
The thing is that I can't watch it at home because my wife really gets scared. So I do Uber. So I skipped Uber one day to finish this. You know, I was at the parking lot.
Yeah.
I was actually at a gas station watching it in my phone.
Hold on.
Right? And in the car.
Hold on, man. Okay, so wait. Your wife won't let you watch horror stuff at home because she's too afraid. So you drive Uber, but instead of going out and earning a living one day, you went and parked your car at a gas station and watched Haunting of Hill House in your car?
Yeah. and that's when the car scene came. I literally jumped out of the car scene.
You are the best, man.
You gotta sneak Netflix in your car.
It took me half an hour to just get back in the car.
Oh my God, Lijo, we love you so much. Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show, and thanks for your text.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, so let's hear from a flight attendant now. Inside Edition. Inside Edition's still around. Who knew? You still love Inside Edition.
Yeah, totally.
Scandalous. Inside Edition talked to a flight attendant about things that you should and should not do on an airplane. We all know that like everything is disgusting, right? Like all your tray tables,
everything.
And like
the
everything,
seats, the headrests.
Okay, right? And Naomi Campbell, is it Naomi Campbell who shows up? She wears like a hazmat suit when she travels, man.
Yeah.
And she flies first class. But she has like a gallon of wipes with her, and then she wears like this mask helmet thing. She has a custom-made seat cozy that goes over the seat that she sits in that covers the entire seat. So she doesn't have to touch anything.
I mean, that's a little extreme.
Is it though? So, okay, so let's start with this. We'll start at the bottom here. The tray tables are disgusting. We all know that. This is the flight attendant.
Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. When cleaners come on, they don't have time to wipe down every individual tray. So it's best wet ones. Please bring them on. Please clean off your trays before you put anything on here.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I don't know what it says about Inside Edition or what it says about us, but she's from Air Hollywood. By the way, Air Hollywood isn't an actual airline.
Okay.
Air Hollywood is like they have like a bus, and the inside of the bus looks like an airplane, so people can go on and just get their pictures taken and pretend like they're flying.
Oh, just a flex for the gram?
Just a flex for the gram. So I guess even their bus plane is filthy, right? But she was a real flight attendant. Go to this one. The asking help with your luggage.
Oh, like to put it in the overhead?
To put it in the overhead if you need extra help.
We do not get paid until the boarding door is closed. If we put that bag in the bin and we get hurt, we do not get to write it off as an on-job injury.
No.
Come on.
Here's the other thing I found out, too. Years ago, there was an article that I was reading where when you calculate or you do research of airlines where it's like on-time flights, because they rank those. We've had more on-time flights than this airline, especially in the States. On-time flight means that the door to the gate closed on time. Not you left the airport on time.
And landed on time.
So an on-time flight, as long as, that's why oftentimes they'll rush you, right? Sit. We gotta detach. And then when they close that door, if that door is on time, that is technically an on-time flight.
So if the door closes on time, but you're sitting on the tarmac waiting for like 30 extra minutes.
Yes.
It's still technically considered on time.
Correctamundo. On-time flights are during takeoff, not during, right? I got to get in on that hustle. Oh, here's my go to Diet Coke, Because apparently, Diet Coke is the bane of flight attendants' existence when people order Diet Coke.
She says flight attendants have an issue with pouring Diet Coke because it fizzes up more than any other soda.
I don't know what it is about the chemistry in Diet Coke and us being 40,000 feet in the air, but by the time it takes us to pour one Diet Coke, we could have 3 other drinks poured.
Right?
Come on, that's not real.
Also, why do people only, like, exclusively in their lives never drink tomato juice anywhere else except for when they get on an airplane? You ever notice that? I know people, I've never seen them drink tomato juice. You get on a flight, all of it tomato juice, please.
Is that because you make it...
I don't know.
You want to make it seem like you're fancier?
It's super weird. It's always been that way. People drink tomato juice. I could walk up and down the aisles of an airplane and see a dozen people having a tomato juice.
Like on its own, not part of a Caesar.
No, nothing on its own. You will never see that anywhere else in your life. You will never walk through a restaurant or a bar or a cafeteria and see a dozen people all drinking tomato juice, except for when you're on an airplane. It's the weirdest thing, and I don't know why. I have no idea why. Anyway, don't fly Hollywood Air.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So, cheapest cities in the country to go on a date. Now, how they factored this in, okay, was they considered a date to be dinner for 2, share a bottle of wine, 2 movie tickets, and an 8-kilometer taxi ride.
Okay.
Whether that's home or there, I guess, I don't know. So, no snacks at the movie. So if you're on a date, right, you going to say no?
I mean, doesn't matter how much I eat before I go to a movie.
Yeah.
I'm buying snacks.
Thank you. Like, to me, the experience of going to a movie is more than just 2 movie tickets. But anyway, so dinner for 2, a shared bottle of wine, 2 movie tickets, and an 8-kilometer ride in a taxi.
Gotcha.
So this is what it looked like. The average for across the country is $127.
What?
That's
127?
127.
I would tend to disagree.
Yeah, like what are you thinking? To me that sounds low.
I was gonna say like upwards of $200.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe
too.
More, 230.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right?
Like if you're going, because here's the thing, okay? If you're going to a restaurant where you're going to get a bottle of wine, you are not going for $8 tacos.
No.
Right? Like if you're going to a restaurant where you would order a bottle of wine, your dinner is going to be more than like $50.
Of course.
For 2 people.
Yeah.
That's like, these numbers are insane to me. Okay, so Quebec City, what? They have the...
Bonjour, bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour. You can still smoke in church in Quebec City. Quebec City, they had the cheapest night out for 2 people, $112.
Okay.
Winnipeg, $119, and then you got Edmonton. What up, Edmonton? Victoria, Ottawa. What up, Ottawa? And Vancouver. All $130. But the most expensive place, of course, was Toronto, where the average cost of a date was $150. So again, how they factored this in was dinner for 2, a shared bottle of wine, 2 movie tickets, and an 8-kilometer taxi ride. Right? Sounds cheap to me.
Somebody just texted 925-555. What? $127? That's my dinner bill before tip. Never mind movie tickets.
Thank you. So Maurie went out last night to talk to people who had just been like coming out of date nights.
Oh, okay.
At restaurants.
Okay, so you guys just had a date night, I'm presuming?
Sure, every night's date night.
Oh,
okay, how much did date night cost for the 2 of you tonight?
I don't know. My husband picked up the check.
Oh, how much was it?
$134.
Okay, would you believe that an average date night costs $150?
Yes.
It seems like you were a little low.
That's my habit.
He ripped you off.
No, well, we have show tickets, so, to go.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, the night is young.
All right, how was that date night?
Amazing.
How much did you spend?
$250.
What did you guys have?
We had Italian food at Figo, and it was really amazing.
Your thoughts on the average being $150?
I think that's fine. Normally we would have paid about that much, but the bottle of wine that we had extra was a little bit more.
Yeah. So, how was the date night so I didn't intrude and lean over the bush?
Yeah, it's great so far. Enjoying Toronto.
All right, so how much are we spending on tonight's date night? She's entering in all the numbers here. How much was this?
Probably $200.
Yeah.
Okay, the average cost of a date night in Toronto is $150. How does it feel that you've spent more?
I don't care.
What did you guys have?
Oh, we had pasta, salad,
appetizer, dessert. It was awesome.
Okay, how much have you guys spent tonight on date night?
It's none of your business. You don't need to know that.
Oh. How much are we spending?
Maybe what, 70, 80. If I have another wine, it will make it more expensive.
I think $150 is probably normal, but we don't pay that much.
They sound so lit right now.
For deals.
You know, I think $150 is pretty expensive, but, you know, if a guy was willing to spend that on me, I think that would be really nice and endearing. But, I mean, to me, that sounds like, you know, dinner, that sounds like drinks, that sounds like an activity, maybe a movie or a play. Like, that sounds like a lot of different things.
There's a lot of stuff where you don't need to spend $150, so that seems a little steep to me. I could see something more like $75, especially if it's a first date.
Just like a really good hot dog on this, like from a cool cart, like that'd be fine. But I think I look more at the conversation, the experience that we had together, how well we connected, not how much money did you spend on me tonight.
That's a poor man's date as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
a nice
girl.
bottle of wine is at least $150 in and of itself. So if it's a whole date night that's costing $150, the guy was not good enough for me.
Oh! This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A lot of shows on tonight, man.
Hold on.
What?
It's Wednesday, though.
Yeah.
Jersey Shore's tomorrow.
Yeah. So
Hills was on Monday.
Let me break this down for you. The new Survivor is on tonight, which I'm actually.
Season is this now?
39.
Oh my God.
Bruh.
That is crazy. I can't believe it.
Okay, but the only reason why I'm interested in Survivor, because I like Survivor as a show, right? But it's the same thing with Big Brother. It's a big commitment to just sit and follow those week after week. But on Survivor tonight, they've done their new sort of spin on it is that they've brought back two classic Survivor winners that have both said they would never do it again, and they've given them positions as like sort of godlike coaches to people that will entice the characters. So the only reason why I'm interested in Survivor is because Boston Rob is back.
Who was
Remember Boston
Was he
Rob?
the guy that was always like naked?
No, Boston Rob was the guy with the Boston accent, and he won like everything like 3 times, I think it was.
Okay,
and
Boston
Rob.
Rob.
And he said that he was never coming back. And then the other one is the woman who won, but she completely dominated her season from beginning to end.
Really?
So it's the two of them that are back.
And reach out to like Richard Hatch?
No, well, he went to
first
the
Survivor?
joint for a while, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, didn't he like tax evasion or something?
Yeah, Richard Hatch was the cautionary tale because reality shows weren't really, like, nobody knew what to do with reality show winners back then, 39 seasons ago in Survivor. And when Richard Hatch won, he was sort of the first person to ever win $1 million in like a television contest.
Yeah. People were like, so what now?
So what now? And he just didn't pay any taxes, and I guess he got charged and went to the joint, and then his life, I don't know what
You know
happened.
the guy?
No, Richard Hatch was the guy who was always naked.
You have to pay taxes on your $1 million winnings.
In America,
Oh, in
you do.
America. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But you won it.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
In America,
the government
you pay.
stole
But you see why I would be confused.
Yeah, you didn't find it.
No, you won it. Like if I gave you $1 million,
right?
I'm the TV network. I give you $1 million. Why would you pay tax on that? That makes no sense.
Because I've just come into $1 million, and
but you won it. It's like
well, it's just like if you go to Vegas and you win. If you're American,
taxed on that.
You shouldn't be taxed on that either.
Yeah, no. If you're
just don't say anything.
yeah,
And
that's
keep
why
your
you go.
mouth shut.
That's why you go to Rama.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Survivor 39 season tonight. The Goldbergs tonight. School tonight. Modern Family tonight. Single Parents tonight. Chicago Med. Chicago Fire. Chicago PD tonight. The series finale of Suits starts tonight. South Park.
Oh my God, I love Suits
at 10,
so much.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But the big one, I'm telling you, the big show.
Okay, what?
Is Big Brother finale?
No, The Masked Singer starts again tonight. Season 2 of The Masked Singer.
Wait, they're in season 2?
Yes.
Yeah. I've been seeing ads for this,
Yes.
like ramping up the past couple of weeks. I thought this was like the first season of the show.
They had a whole season last year.
Season 2.
So explain,
starts tonight.
are they famous
so-
people who are in
They put them in these
costume?
elaborate costumes, and they have them sing, and then there's a panel of judges who have to guess who the famous person is who is singing.
That should be the easiest thing ever.
But it's not.
So-
It's really difficult. And then they give clues.
Okay, so
right?
I heard of this show now, like this year, because of the ads that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
How did we not hear about it last year? Like who were like some of the big names that made the show last year.
Okay, well, here's the other thing is that you have to sort of drop your...
It's not like it's Beyonce in a...
No.
Like in a bunny costume.
No. Like everybody when the show first started was like, oh my God, I bet it's Brad Pitt. And, it's like... It's not. It was like
Richard Hatch.
Yeah, it's like Richard Hatch. No, Nick Cannon hosts the show. But no, it wasn't that. It's a way less.
So it's
like
not just singers. It could be movie stars and TV stars.
Yeah, here, hold on here. I'll tell you who's on it last year.
I'm real curious because, again, I don't know how I missed the boat on The Masked Singer last year.
Yeah, it's super weird. What do you... Yeah,
like,
hold on here.
Would, excuse me, would like Adele...
Okay, so here we go. So Rumor Willis was the lion, Joey Fatone was the rabbit, LaToya Jackson was the alien, Ricky Lake was the raven, Tori Spelling was the unicorn, Terry Bradshaw was the deer, Margaret Cho was the poodle, and Antonio Brown was the hippo. But everybody when the show started was like, oh my God, I bet you that's Angelina Jolie.
Oh, so it's the same celebrity every week or...
Yeah, so it's like a competition. It's like The Voice. It's like American Idol.
Except they got to dress in these ridiculous outfits.
It's a great idea. It's brilliant. I love it.
People love it. But watch The Masked Singer tonight. Give it a shot because it is bonkers,
Good
man.
morning, Shem.
T-Pain won last year. He was the monster.
Okay, well, there you go. So I guess... Yeah.
I'm sprung. Let me buy you a drink.
Yeah.
That
Wait,
guy?
but hold on. But would they have put that thing on it, the effect on his voice, though, when he was singing?
They didn't.
He's a fantastic singer.
Yeah, but all the singing stuff is like pre-recorded and whatnot.
Yeah,
but they still get out there and dance in their full like massive costumes. It's awesome. It's awesome.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So I guess Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum are going to all come back for the new Jurassic World.
Oh, yeah.
Are you not interested in that?
I mean, cool.
Really?
Sure.
Oh, everybody's freaking out about this morning, man.
All right.
You're not?
I'm like,
okay.
Yeah. I'm all right with it.
Yeah. Are you not like a big Jurassic Park fan? That seems to me like right in your wheelhouse as far as age goes.
Yeah, like millennials. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be. You were like a little kid when Jurassic Park came out, right?
Oh yeah, real little.
Yeah.
I think it came out like before I was born.
You probably don't even remember the first one.
No. I think it had to do with dinosaurs.
Yeah, you think.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't see the last one. I saw the first, the Chris Pratt remake. I didn't see the one that came out, I guess it was last year.
The other Chris Pratt one.
The other one, yeah.
Yeah, Jurassic World 2.
Yes.
Right.
I didn't see that one.
No. Oh, okay.
So.
But anyway, I'm just saying a lot of people are happy. I thought you would be like over the moon, but you're not. Okay, fine. No problem. Moving on.
No, it's great news.
Why do you hate Jurassic Park so much?
I don't hate Jurassic Park.
Well, it sounds like you do.
No, it's fine. It's great.
Okay.
I think they're good movies. I don't
All right.
I'm not going to hate on them.
Okay.
They're
whatever.
great movies.
No, it's fine. No
they're
problem.
Fantastic. I like them.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right.
No problem.
So what are people saying though?
Nothing.
They're happy.
Who cares? You don't care.
No, I do care. I'm genuinely interested.
Listen, I only read that headline because I thought you were interested. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't care.
Oh. so we're samesies on this then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great. Good for them. They got jobs.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Right? They're coming back to the movie franchise.
Whatever.
That's fantastic.
Wow, you're really interested in this, huh?
Shut up.
See, I knew it was your thing.
Boy, think about it. I am kind of interested now. Did they say
I have no
how
information.
They're going to be?
I honestly read that headline and I expected you to lose your mind and just carry the whole conversation. I have nothing other than what I just read you.
Oh,
yeah.
But now I have questions that I need answered.
Unfortunately, I don't have answers because I don't care.
Oh. Dude, you're such a jerk. This is one massive troll job. Thanks.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz, I know you do not use Siri. You don't use Google Home. You're not down with Alexa.
I do not.
All about privacy.
Yes.
As a lot of people are and should be concerned with. But get this, today, so McDonald's is doing a big hiring campaign, right?
Okay.
And you can now, today, start an application to work at McDonald's by using voice commands with Amazon's Alexa or Google Assistant. If users say, Alexa, help me get a job at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Alexa will ask which country they want to work in. Then they'll play the McDonald's I'm Loving It jingle. And then after that, here's where I know your eyebrows are going to be like, huh?
Yeah.
Users can share their phone number and get a link to continue the application process.
Really?
Yeah. Alexa also shares some facts about working for the company, such as how it can lead to jobs in other fields.
That's so fun. Okay, that's great. I don't mind that.
So the function is available in the US, Canada, Australia, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Spain, and the UK. And for example, in Toronto specifically, there are 414 jobs up for grabs.
Really?
At McDonald's. And they're doing the same thing. They're looking for 338 part-time crew workers in New York.
I will say this about people who have done their tour of a McDonald's. Because I've worked with a lot of young people who have, some of them recently come out of their tour at McDonald's. I will take somebody who's done a tour at McDonald's before I will take a lot of other people.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's work.
Of course it is.
And you got to show up early. And you got to work late night, and you got to deal with some irate customers, and you have to get it right. It's about consistency. It's about no excuses. It's about learning. It's about working with, I'm telling you right now, people who have done any sort of length of tour working at a McDonald's, I will work with them before I'll work with a lot of other people. They understand organization, man. Yeah. They understand being a part of a crew.
At McDonald's growing up.
I'm telling you.
So again, right now, Amazon Alexa is how you can ask.
Did you just apply to McDonald's by even doing this story?
I mean, if somebody has Amazon Alexa at home, chances are I just activated it. Yeah, maybe.
You just filled all those spots. How many jobs? How many spots do they have?
So right now in Toronto alone, 414.
Okay, yeah. I guarantee you there's 414. They're all full. They're all full.
So again, Alexa, help me get a job at McDonald's. And Alexa's going to ask which country.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to say Canada.
Yes. Oh, right. Shh, I'll be quiet.
Alexa, help me get a job at McDonald's.
You gotta wait.
Canada. So, if that activated your Alexa, feel free to text us, 925-555.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Earlier this morning, we were telling you about a new way that McDonald's is allowing you to apply for a job with them. And starting today, you can start your application process using voice commands with Amazon's Alexa or Google Assistant. If users say, Alexa, help me get a job at McDonald's, Alexa will ask which country they want to work in and then play the I'm Loving It jingle.
Right.
And then after that, you share your phone number, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
So when I did that earlier this morning, we were getting inundated with texts from people at 925-555. Somebody wrote, said, my Alexa is going crazy. Somebody else wrote,
because you said it?
Because I said it, and it activated their Alexa at home.
See, this is what I don't like, man. It's super weird.
Mocha's such a troll. My Alexa kept coming on at that time. Somebody else wrote, every time you said Alexa, you confuse my Alexa, and then I missed a part of your story.
Right.
Because it interrupts.
Oh, right.
Right? Somebody said, you were playing off of my Alexa, and then she stopped to tell me ways that she can help me. Somebody else wrote, I walked out of my room, came back to Alexa, walking me through the steps of how to find a job at McDonald's.
You know what? Here's the interesting thing, man. Years ago, okay, if you walked into the room and your grandfather was there and you were like, hey, Gramps, and if your grandfather looked at you and went, the man on the radio just turned on the television, you'd put him in a home. Right?
What'd you say? Say that again, Gramps?
The man on the radio turned on the television. You'd put him in a home.
Ma, it's happening like you said.
Yeah, exactly. But now it would be a completely normal thing. You'd be like, yo, come and check this out, man. The dude on the radio just turned on the television. And you guys would all gather around and wait for it to happen again. It's the weirdest world we're living in now, man.
Alexa, help me get a job at McDonald's. So now everybody's Alexa.
Yes, exactly.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You see this story about this couple that adopted a kid that turned out to be a sociopath teenager with dwarfism? Isn't that a movie?
Hold on, what?
Okay, so this couple adopted what they thought was, and I don't even know if I believe this story, to be honest with you, but it's been picked up by a bunch of places, so why not? They adopted a daughter. So it was an American couple. They adopted a daughter that they were told was 9.
Okay.
They claim that they were lied to, and it was a teenager posing as a child who had dwarfism. And they found it weird, like when she got her period and stuff. And they said that sometimes she would act like a child, like she liked to dress up in like kids' clothes. But then she liked also hanging out with teenagers.
Okay.
And she had the vocabulary of an adult, they said, but she was only 9. And then they claimed that the kid was like trying to kill them.
What? Come on, man.
This is a movie. What movie was this? This was a movie where they adopted a little girl, and the little girl turned out to be like a teenager, and she tried to kill them. This was a plot of a movie. What? Orphan. Did you ever see Orphan?
I never saw it.
Oh my God, Orphan's great.
Yeah?
So listen to this clip. It's a little hard to hear, but this is the adopted mom talking about their little girl.
She was hiding knives in our couches. She was talking about she was going to kill family members. She poisons people. She put chemicals in the coffee. We were told in the medical paperwork that we had that she was 6 years old. She would stand over people in their sleep. She'd be standing in the middle of the room and she would say, "I'm waiting for the right time."
Okay.
Standing over you while you're sleeping?
And then you wake up, and then she just looks at you and goes, "I'm waiting for the right time."
No, absolutely not. Get out. Pack your bags and leave.
So now I guess the parents are charged with abandoning her because they took off.
So the adoption agency that they got her from, right? Or wherever it was that they got her from, the organization, let's just say, right?
Yeah.
They obviously didn't know that she was a teenager, so she scammed them as well.
So according to the birth certificate, they say that Natalia, who's the little kid, was born in Ukraine, and that she didn't have any foreign accent, and she couldn't understand Ukrainian, however.
Okay.
And she couldn't even describe her homeland, so that was a red flag. Despite realizing that her daughter was much older than she believed, Kristen, the mom, says, "But I didn't have any regrets. This was what I wanted to do. I felt overwhelming love for her." And then things changed when Natalia began to display aggressive behavior. Christian says that her daughter would draw pictures of killing family members.
Oh my God.
Then wrap the sketches up in blankets and bury them in the backyard.
Okay, yeah, that's a movie, bro. That is a straight up movie.
Right? But this was a movie. I know it sounds like I'm describing what should be a movie, but this was already a movie.
Yo, I'd be scared to fall asleep, huh?
Yeah, but this was already a movie. And it was a good movie. They don't need to remake it already. It was a good movie. Just waiting for the right time.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So I know that the Emmys the other night, and we talked about this, were the lowest rated Emmys in like ever, I think. Yeah. I don't even know. And because everybody gets up there and it's hyper political and people don't want, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I will say this, between the Emmys and the Golden Globes when it comes to television, people get sort of turned off when the people and shows that win are people and shows that nobody watches, right? Yeah. It seems like, how can you relate at that point? And then I was saying that I actually don't mind that because I had no idea what Marvelous Mrs. Maisel was until I think they cleaned up at the Golden Globes or the Emmys that year. And then I started watching it and I loved that show. Yeah. I loved that show. And it's happened before with other shows as well. And on Sunday during the Emmys, I was really pushing for Julia Louis-Dreyfus to break the record for most Emmys won, and it was her last season on Veep, and she had gone through cancer, everything else.
Right.
And Veep didn't win, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus didn't win, and this show called Fleabag won. And I was like, again, much like Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I'm like, what is this?
What the hell's a Fleabag?
What is Fleabag? So don't I put Fleabag on last night on Amazon, and is it not my new favorite show?
Get out.
Oh, my God.
So you understand why I was racking up all the wins.
Oh, my God.
How many seasons? Only one?
No,
so
it's
far?
2, but it's weird because it came out in like the BBC in like 2017.
Yeah.
And then they did another season, and then Amazon picked it up. So it's not an Amazon original. So because it showed up on Amazon, it was then suddenly eligible for Emmy consideration. But like the show is done. Like that woman who won the Emmy, like the show's over for her. It's just, they did 2 seasons, and I think that each season is like 6 episodes. So in total, it's only like 12 episodes, I think.
That's it?
Yeah. But I'm telling you, okay, so
what's it even about?
Let me talk to let me talk to the ladies out there, okay?
All the Fleabaggers out there.
Okay, all the Fleabaggers out there. This character in this show is the way that the show works is that it's sort of like what the Frank Underwood character was in that Kevin Spacey played in House of Cards.
Okay.
Where he's in a scene, but then all of a sudden he turns to the camera and talks to the audience. Right?
Okay.
Okay. And this show is about a unbelievably charismatic and charming woman who is sort of going through a real rough patch in her life with her family and her job and her everything else.
Yeah.
She drinks too much. She has too much sex. She is a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
She stole her sister's shirt. She like this. Like she's a wreck of a woman, but she is amazing. She is like the hero of everybody who's ever had like a crap year. Right?
Really?
Yeah, she is. This character in the show is so great. And maybe I'm mischaracterizing it and everything else. I'm only a couple episodes in. I don't know. You can come at me for that. But I'm telling you right now, if you have Amazon, Fleabag is your new favorite show. I guarantee Fleabag is your new favorite show.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Olivia. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
Olivia, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha, FML, Fix My Life. My ex and I broke up 3.5 years ago. He was my first true love, and I can't get over him. Any advice on how I can truly move on? How old are you?
I'm 23.
I'm 23. So
Yeah.
Why did you break up 3 years ago?
It wasn't working anymore.
But like, what wasn't
working? Overnights, and it just wasn't working anymore.
But you guys weren't like fighting or there was no cheating or anything like that?
Yeah, cheating on his side, like emotionally cheating for sure.
So
what? Well, like somebody at work or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Started dating someone 3 days after we broke up.
how long had you? Well, no, he started dating her while you were still together. How long had you been together?
2 years.
So you were together 2 years. So you met him when you were like, what, 18?
Yes.
So what is it about this guy that's got you like still feeling it for him?
I don't know. I just remember like all the good memories, and he was my best friend before we started dating and everything. So I think I'm holding on to all that kind of stuff.
But he was a friend who treated you poorly, though.
Right. But I always try and, like, I think of all the good stuff, and I know that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
but do you also think about the fact that he cheated on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me upset, but I still think of all the good stuff.
Well,
Like, I
don't.
still want to be able to talk to him and stuff like that.
No,
In the 3.5 years that the two of y'all broke up, has he been dating somebody else, or have you been dating anybody else?
He dated that girl for like 2 years.
Okay. And how about now?
After we broke up. He's single now
Why do you know so much about him right now?
because I still try and talk to him.
So hold on here. So you had a boyfriend who treated you poorly. You guys broke up. He started dating the girl that he was probably had on the side while you guys were together 2 days later. And now you've friend zoned yourself in his life?
I guess so. Yeah, that's
you
a
need
good way of putting it.
you are so much better than this. You need to realize that You need to realize that you don't have to do any of this and that somebody did not care about you, but you had feelings for them and you're only trying to remember the good stuff and not the bad stuff. You can get over this guy because I'll tell you, this guy isn't the guy that you thought he was. Right now, you're in a great position for him. He knows that if he was like, hey, Olivia, you want to come over tonight? You'd be there in a second. He's got you there.
Right.
But he doesn't have to commit to you, and he doesn't even have to be particularly nice to you.
Yeah, it's true. He hasn't been very nice.
Olivia, do you know why he broke up with the other girl?
He basically did the same thing to her. That he
Oh, my God! Olivia, this guy cheated on you with this next girl. He broke up with her because he cheated on her with somebody else, and you still want to be in his life?
Yeah, like I just think of all the good stuff.
No,
I
there
know
was
it's
no. Okay,
crazy.
okay.
God, Olivia!
This is what winds up happening when your relationship is like heroin, okay, is that you just keep chasing those good days. So you're going to be in a relationship and you guys are going to have a good day. And in the middle of those good days, you're going to have awful days of feelings of insecurity and him emotionally cheating on you and not being there for you. You're going to have those days and you're going to start to feel terrible about yourself, but then you're going to have another good day. Right. And that good day sort of erases all the bad days. OK, but what you have to know in those situations. All right. A not terrible day is not a good day.
Yeah.
And you've convinced yourself that you had a string of these not terrible days. And you're in your head, those were actually good days. They were not good days. They were bad. They were all bad. And they're bad for you. Do you still follow this guy on social media?
He doesn't really post anything. Only on
That's
Instagram.
not the question.
That's not the question.
Only on Instagram.
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
Unfollow today.
But do you creep him on
Okay, I will.
Facebook? Even though if you guys aren't like technically quote unquote friends on Facebook, is his profile still like completely open and you can go in and see what he's up to?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. See?
Don't do that.
Olivia, oh my
I just
God.
do a casual check once in a
No.
while.
Casual check for
No,
what?
'cause
This
you're
guy
torturing
cheated
yourself.
on... Yo, Olivia. Oh,
You're-
Olivia.
the problem, it's not, you called us saying, how do I get over this guy? Well, there are ways to get over this guy, but you don't want to do any of them. You don't want to stop talking to him. You don't want to cut him out of your life. You still want to be there for him if he ever picked up the phone and said, hey, come back and be my girl. That's not wanting. That's not wanting to get somebody out of your life.
Wait a minute, Olivia, have you ever been on the phone with him or like have been in a text conversation with him and say to him, hey, I think we should get back together?
No.
Okay.
But when he was breaking up with this girl, I bet he called you, right?
No, he didn't actually.
No, okay.
She called me to talk about
She
it.
called you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Olivia.
You got to get these people out of your life, hon.
Okay.
Don't you feel that you're better than this?
Yeah, but like I said, I think of all the good stuff.
No, it's not good stuff. We already went over that.
Olivia.
Yeah.
Cheaters do not deserve forgiveness.
Wow. Hold on now. Hold on now.
Olivia.
Hold on now.
Her cheater does not deserve forgiveness.
Hold on now, because I don't know. I can't agree with that. But what I will say is this: you can take Mocha's cheaters never deserve forgiveness. That's the
This
sort of.
guy's gonna ruin her life.
No,
Roz.
I know that. But what I'm saying is, garbage people don't need to be a part of your life.
Right.
Everything about this was awful.
Cut them out.
Cut them out. Also, Mocha,
cheaters don't deserve forgiveness.
And Goonies
I will
never
remember
lie.
that.
Right?
True saying.
Yeah, true saying. Cheaters never deserve forgiveness, and Goonies never lie. Okay?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Olivia. Hope we helped you out.
Thanks. By the way, Roz is my favorite.
Well, we didn't ask, so it doesn't
Throw
count.
that out there.
Olivia, you know it doesn't count unless Mocha asks.
Okay, I'll let him ask me then.
Okay, Olivia, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thanks, girl.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
All right. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Colt says that they will stop manufacturing AR-15 assault rifles for the consumer market.
Oh, really?
Gun manufacturer Colt said that they will cease production on AR-15. Now, this is very specific for the consumer market. This, of course, is in the wave of all the recent mass shootings where the weapon of choice is the AR-15. However, they don't mention the mass shootings in their reasoning for stopping manufacturing for sales for the consumers, for regular people. They say this: at the end of the day, we believe it is good sense to follow consumer demand and to adjust as market dynamics change. That's from the CEO of Colt. He goes on to say Colt has been a stout supporter of the Second Amendment for over 180 years and remains so, and will continue to provide its customers with the finest quality firearms in the world. Now, they did say that significant excess manufacturing is at capacity, saying, we believe there is adequate supply of modern sporting rifles for the foreseeable future. So the reasoning to stop manufacturing the AR-15 is because they're like, well, I think we made enough of those because there's too many of them.
Right.
The reasoning for stopping is because the market is just flooded with AR-15s because the demand for AR-15s is so high that they can't possibly see a demand for more.
But what happens when that supply goes down, down, and down?
Well, it will only
however long that takes, right?
Well, yeah, that's crazy, though. Megan Fox. I have not seen Megan Fox in a really long time, but it was the 10th anniversary of Jennifer's Body, and she did an interview with E.T., and I miss Megan Fox, and I didn't know how much I actually miss Megan Fox until watching clips of this interview. So the first clip is Megan Fox talking about the breakdown she had because how over and hypersexualized she was and was turned into this thing in Hollywood.
How sexualized I was and how I was like reduced to, objectified is like, it's not the right word. It doesn't capture what was happening to me at the time. I had, I think, a genuine psychological breakdown, probably, where I wanted just nothing to do. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to have to take a photo. I didn't want to have to do a magazine. I didn't want to have to walk a carpet. I was sort of out in front of the Me Too movement before the Me Too movement happened. I was speaking out and saying, hey, these things are happening to me and they're not okay. And everyone was like, oh, you, we don't care. You deserve it.
Wow.
Oh, no, you want to hear Megan Fox go off? Ask Megan Fox, why don't you work more?
Journalists will be like, it's nice to see you in a movie because you don't really work that much. And it's like, I have given birth, I've gestated and given birth to 3 children. I starred in a movie that opened worldwide #1 twice. I was on a critically acclaimed sitcom. I executive produced and created a show about archaeological controversies. How much more productive does a woman need to be? You. And I'm in an industry that treats pregnancy like leprosy, so it's not like I can keep working once I'm past 5 months. I have to just do nothing.
Yo, bravo Megan Fox,
right?
Bravo Megan Fox, we love you.
I don't want to say I wish you worked more because I don't want to feel that wrath, but I will say this: I miss you.
Yeah,
I miss that fire. I miss that thing that you brought to always just sort of being at the forefront of everything. And I know it's fame sucks and everything else, but that sort of fire is what we need. I love that. Plenty of Fish is banning.
Hold on, Plenty of Fish still exists?
What are we talking about? Plenty of Fish still exists. Of course it does.
Sorry, I apologize to all you Plenty of Fishers.
I just found that out this morning.
Oh, okay.
If I don't play like it's a big deal, then why am I doing this story, man? True. Plenty of Fish is banning photo filters.
Really?
Yes, they are on your profile picture. Well, you can tell. What do you mean, how can they tell? You can tell. Okay. Can I tell you why you can tell? What? I mean, maybe photo filters are maybe like toupees where you only notice the bad ones, right? The majority of the time that I see people using photo filters, they have no idea what they're doing with them.
Yeah.
Right? They have no idea what they're doing with them.
It kind of looks good, I guess.
Yeah. Right? And you wind up you look like a fish, right? Or what? Like a thumb.
Plenty of fish.
Yeah, plenty of fish. Oh, hey, yo. So they polled their members and found that 70% of their members think that filters are deceptive, especially ones that airbrush your face. And 52% said that they should be banned. 23% of people said that using a filter like that makes you seem insecure, and 16% said it makes you seem superficial. I will say this, my opinion on filters. Filters do the exact opposite thing that you think that they do, which is you think that filters will make you look younger. Filters make you look older.
Oh, really? You think that?
Filters make you look older. Huh. Because when I see somebody using a filter, I'm always like, you seem like somebody who is insecure about certain natural things that happen with age. But oftentimes those insecurities start when people are very young.
Yeah.
So when I see somebody who's all filtered off, I think that they are much older than what they are, filtering off much more than they did.
But what if you use Clarendon?
What is that?
It's a filter. Or Gingham, or Moon, or Lark, or Rays, or
But are
Juno,
are they
or
the
Slumber, or Prima?
No, but you're just talking cool, like color filters.
Yeah.
No. Those are fine. You're not allowed to use like the Facetune.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
So I'm still good with
Maurie?
I'm still good with Valencia?
Yeah, you're fine with Valencia,
And
baby.
X Pro 2?
No, you just can't do Facetune Pro.
What about Summer Glow?
No, what is that?
Where it makes you look like you're glowing.
No, don't ever do that. Nobody should
You know how
ever
young
do
it makes
that.
me look?
No, it doesn't, Maurie. It doesn't at all. No,
How many
don't.
filters do you normally use on a picture? Like 10, right?
Between 10 and 12.
Jeez.
Don't.
Morning Glow.
Morning Glow. I didn't need to know. Last night on late night TV, Seth, Trevor, and Steven had fun with Justin Trudeau's brown face scandal. So this was Stephen Colbert.
Prime Minister and man you're a boot to be surprised by, Justin Trudeau. A photo has emerged of Trudeau wearing brown face at a party. This is pretty bad. And I just want to say, it's not us this time. Suck it, Canada.
Seth Meyers said this.
So funny.
I'm not going to show you the picture because it's really bad. It's so bad that Canadians traveling in Europe are going to start telling people they're American.
And Trevor Noah.
Trudeau came out to apologize for one blackface and ended up admitting to more. He's like, I did brown face for Aladdin and I did blackface when I sang the song Deo. And now, if you'll excuse me, daylight's coming and me one go home.
That was the best one.
But Lily Singh said nothing, huh? No. Which is interesting to me because they made such...
He was supposed to be on her show and they canceled him.
Yeah, of course they did. But because she's made such a name for herself, and then they made a huge deal, and she made a huge deal, and rightfully so, of her being sort of like a new face, a brown face on late night. And but I
wonder if she wanted to say something, and the network was like,
Here's what I do know about that show. Is that they tape it all in pieces. It's not like the other late night shows where they do it all. They do it all in one day. So last night's show may have already been done and in the can.
Gotcha.
Days and days ago.
Right.
Because it's a 30-minute show and they're doing a little bit of a different format with her show than they do with other shows.
So when she tapes new ones, will it be too late?
Yeah, it may be. I don't know. But
maybe
I know
that's why she didn't.
But but her show is not. They don't do it the same way. They don't produce the show in the same way that they do all the other late night shows. Shia LaBeouf was on that Hot Wings show.
I love that show so much.
It's stupid. It's funny, though. They get really great guests on that show. And so the story was years ago that in 2012, when Shia LaBeouf and Tom Hardy were filming Lawless, that Shia LaBeouf knocked out Tom Hardy. Right? That was the story.
Come on.
That was the story.
You're telling me Shia LaBeouf knocked out Bane?
Okay, so that was the story.
No.
So, what actually happened was they were all staying in like one sort of apartment complex. And Shia LaBeouf was in his room with a woman.
Okay.
Like
talking.
Doing stuff.
Uh-huh.
And they saw Tom Hardy walking into the complex. And I guess he was like, hey, what's going on? And then Tom Hardy at that time was jacked because he was getting ready to film Batman as Bane. And for some reason, Tom Hardy came busting through the door of Shia LaBeouf's room.
Like, come at me, bro?
While Shia LaBeouf was naked. I'm guessing more of just a goof.
Right.
But this is what went down.
He runs into the room. The girl I was with at the time was terrified. And she covered up and she ran into the kitchen. He picked me up and I didn't have nothing on. So now I'm naked on his shoulder. We're in the hallway. We're wrestling around. I'm like, Peanut's filming it all. I'm like, Peanut, you can't be filming it. And we were like wrestling. And then I got upset about it because he got the better of me. But I'm in some weird twisty naked position. We wound up like inching over to the stairs where the stairs were. And he fell down the stairs. And he wound up hurting his back. So for the rest of the shoot, he told everybody I knocked him out. But that wasn't the case. We were having some weird, like, cutie wrestling match.
Here. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, man.
And the only person with that footage is his friend named Peanut.
Yeah, well, Tom Hardy's got that like hooligan thing in him, right? Where
big time,
and those guys love getting naked and just wrestling. Like it's just like he's got that thing in him. He's that type of dude,
It's a
right?
different world.
It's a different.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the Kardashians were laughed off stage last night at the.
I missed
Emmy
that part.
Awards.
What happened?
Okay, so Kim and Kendall come out and they're taking it very seriously, and it's not a goof to them, but they wrote them this script that nobody in their organization, and not even them, and this goes to just like add this to the enclosed world that all these people live in.
Okay.
So they're there talking about kind of like reality television, and the script they give them is literally a goof. Like it is setting them up for mockery, and the fact that nobody picked up on this is astonishing.
Our family knows firsthand how truly compelling television comes from real people just being themselves.
Telling their stories unfiltered and unscripted.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And nobody in their squad knew.
No, nobody in their squad was like, maybe don't say that. You're going to get goofed on. And the audience was laughing at them.
Can we get a rewrite on this one?
While they were there.
Can we just have the girls go out and say, and the nominees are?
Right? Oh, God.
Oh, my God. That's so funny, dude.
The Emmys had a...
Bump.
The headline. No.
Big bump.
Ratings for the Emmys sink to an all-time low.
Oh.
This past weekend. People just aren't watching award shows anymore, man.
I know.
It's just the way it goes.
That just seems to be the common headline after
every award show. It's
all
the
the award
lowest
shows,
ratings
yeah.
they've had in 20 years. TV's never been better. We are living right now in the greatest moment of television ever. The best shows with the biggest stars. And nobody's watching the Emmys.
I wonder if because people like what they like, and they decide what it is that they like, and maybe you meet a bunch of people who also like the same shows, and they don't care about the actors and actresses and writers and directors and screenplay writers who win the awards. They just like the product.
I don't think that they like people getting on stage and being super political and acceptance speeches. I think it's a total bore. Awards shows aren't fun anymore.
Maybe.
They're not. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't say the things that they say. Feel free. But
just not at the award show.
Award shows used to be so much fun. You'd get together with friends. You'd have a couple bottles of wine and you'd make food. They were a good time.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, what crazy thing happened?
Funny skits.
Award shows aren't fun anymore. They don't even have hosts anymore.
Yeah.
They're no fun. Billy Porter... Historic win last night at the Emmys. Billy Porter, who plays flamboyant ballroom MC. Pray Tell. That's a great name, huh? Pray Tell. In Pose, became the first openly gay black man to win the lead actor in a drama category. This is a little bit of Billy Porter.
God bless you all. The category is love, y'all. Love. I am so overjoyed to have lived long enough to see this day. James Baldwin said, took many years of vomiting up all the filth that I had been taught about myself and halfway believed before I could walk around this earth like I had the right to be here. I have the right. You have the right. We all have the right.
Right? Tekashi 6ix9ine. I love this story. I had no idea what a Tekashi 6ix9ine was before this whole trial started, but he's a rapper, right?
He's a rapper from New York.
From New York.
He's got a big mouth.
And for the last 3 days.
He's the guy that you see all over now, all over the news and Instagram and Twitter. He's got the rainbow hair, and he's got the giant 6ix9ine.
He's covered in tattoos. His face.
On his forehead,
everything.
yeah.
So I'm interested in this because there's nobody else in the world that looks like Tekashi 6ix9ine. And he has been in a New York court for the past 4 days, I guess, snitching.
Yeah.
Right?
On everybody. It is unbelievable the amount of people he's rolling on right now.
He said that Cardi B was a member of this gang that he's snitching on. Like, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So the story was he doesn't think he's going to do any time. He was supposed to get 49 years, I think.
Yeah.
But he thinks that his testimony that he gave and how much he rolled on everybody is going to get him 0 jail time. So the assumption was that he would then go into witness protection program and that he would be in charge of removing all his tattoos or whatever. I don't know what you do at that point when you look like this guy. He's got 1,000 tattoos on his body.
There is no way.
He says now that he has no intention of going into the witness protection program. And he's basically going to hide in plain sight and just hire 24-hour security.
That won't help you,
He says
bro.
he wants to release a new album, that he's got new music, and I guess tour, and I guess do like all the thing. Like he wants to come out of all of this after 5 days of snitching on everybody in the music industry, saying that they're all in gangs. And he thinks that he's going to be able to live a normal life.
His life in jail is so bad that they removed him from the jail that he was housed in.
Yeah.
First of all, he was segregated from like all the other inmates,
Yeah.
and they relocated him to a jail that is just full of other snitches.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's how bad the situation is.
Yeah, it's like dinner for schmucks. It's like jail for snitches, right? It's all the dudes that have just rolled on people. They have to put them all in one cell.
Why this guy thinks he's like bulletproof.
I have no idea. I have no idea. But he's the guy in all the memes when something goes wrong, like a Trudeau story or whatever. He's the guy in the suit with all the tattoos on his face.
Giving up all the facts.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lizzo has been ruled eligible to compete for Best New Artist at the Grammys, so that is very cool. There's always controversy as to what that exactly means, Best New Artist. Now, do you have to come out in that year, or is it the year that you hit after years of trying? Like, it's it's very subjective. So their criteria is the artist must have released as a featured performing artist a minimum of 5 singles or tracks or 1 album, but not more than 30 singles, tracks, or 3 albums prior to their eligibility year. While Lizzo had released 2 previous albums, 2 EPs, and 2 collaborative mixtapes prior to the start of her current eligibility year, the Grammys sometimes don't count releases on small independent labels on the grounds that they didn't really allow the artist a fair chance to break through. So good on you, Lizzo. Love it. Hope you win. You deserve it.
Agreed.
Man, it's real tough to be a Kanye West fan, huh?
Oh my God, dude,
so
don't even.
The new album, Jesus is King, was supposed to be out tomorrow, right?
Yeah. And now it's not.
So what's happened? I don't understand. I don't get it.
The rumor is that he's putting it together in Wyoming, much like the last round of projects he was working on last year. And I guess execs from Def Jam, from the record label that he's on, flew out to Wyoming to have a meeting with him.
Right.
And who knows what was said in that meeting and why it was taken off the shelf for tomorrow.
Oh.
But there was a conversation, and whether it was Kanye's decision or the record label's decision, we will not get that Kanye album tomorrow.
Oh.
Which, I mean, I'm disappointed.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
Ask Roz and Mocha. These are your questions submitted through Instagram at Kiss925. We'll try to blast through as many as we can right now. And of course, we have one of you to join us on the phone right now. Hi, Sebastian. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey.
All right. What is your question?
Hey. Hey. Yeah. Me and my wife had this discussion on a long drive, and then we just thought we'd throw it at you guys. So when your kids grow up, what's a small thing that if they did it, you'd be low-key disappointed in? Like, just to give you an example, for us, it was if we go to a restaurant and she orders her steak well done.
Yeah, at that point, don't even order a steak.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly what we say.
Okay, so we're talking like minimal thing, not like if she decides to take history in university, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, like, for you, if, like, Roxy, in 10 years from now, if Roxy grew up and doesn't like tight pants.
Wow, jeez.
This just was, like, all baggy everything?
Like tight pants on her or tight pants on me?
tight pants on her.
Oh, I don't care
Or
what
like
she
if
wears.
Cruz doesn't like wrestling.
Oh, don't
Right?
even, bro. That's
What-
not.
what-
that's
what
not
do you mean?
happening.
There's nothing you can
What,
do,
yeah, but
right?
what are you
Like,
going to
you
do if
can't
Cruz
force
looks
him.
at you one day and goes, ugh, it's so dumb, wrestling? Like, what if he calls the thing that you love third most in the world dumb?
Yeah, I would probably like inside be broken,
Yeah.
but on the exterior be like, yeah, I didn't really like it that much anyway.
And
Like
it
I'm
would-
cool with it and everything,
Yeah.
but you know, it's not my life.
Right. God, that's really interesting. Because I try and set Rox up now for things like I don't think that she's suddenly going to be a ketchup eater. You know?
Yeah. Because you don't have ketchup in your
She's never had it. Like
in your place, and it's not like you've introduced her to it to
Yeah.
say, try this. Also, we don't like it in the house.
Right. Like accidentally, she's had it a few times, like on a burger and whatever, and she always scrapes it off because she doesn't like sweet, right? And ketchup sweet. So it would break my heart if she suddenly one day had a realization that I have deprived her of the greatest thing in the world, which is ketchup. And then she became a ketchup eater at like an adult.
Yeah.
That would, I think, I would lose my mind a little bit over that. That would be heartbreaking because I'd, what's that more?
Or pickles on a hamburger.
Yeah, or pickles on a hamburger. Yeah, I
Does
don't.
she eat pickles? Does she like pickles?
No, she likes, what are the other pickles called? What are the other ones?
Sauerkraut?
Cucumbers.
Oh, cucumbers.
Yeah, she likes cucumbers. But she puts cucumbers on chicken sandwich and stuff like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
She enjoys
that makes
that.
sense.
Like or like a wrap or whatever. But I think that if she became a ketchup eater, I think that I would really
Yeah, but if her boyfriend likes ketchup
or girlfriend,
or girlfriend, then down the road, then she might like it.
Yeah, I know. Or you know what else I think I would be really disappointed in?
What?
I'm going to be murdered for this.
What?
Like
What?
if she suddenly became a huge fan of like rap. And I say that only because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So we would lose right now musically. We're sort of aligned. We both kind of like the same stuff. We like the same sort of style. But if she suddenly became a fan of a genre of music, like a huge fan that I couldn't relate to or knew nothing about, I think that that would break my heart a little bit. And I don't mean just rap, like anything. If she decided the only thing in the world was like new country, right?
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh man, I don't know a lot about that. And then she'd like force me in the car to listen to it and stuff, right? I think that would drive me crazy.
Can you take me to this concert?
Yeah. Oh my God. And then all of a sudden I got to go, right? You know, or no, you know what she could do? And now that we're on this here.
Sebastian, you got Roz on a roll now.
Okay. I can tell you right now, forget ketchup, forget rap, forget everything else that I just said.
Okay.
Strike it from the record. The one thing my kid could do that I would be wildly disappointed in her is if she became a Twitter stan of somebody or something where she viciously attacks other people online because they dare to criticize it.
Right. Like the fans of, well, pretty much everyone. Like Christina Aguilera fans, Britney fans,
If she
Beyonce
joined,
fans,
if she
BTS
joined
fans.
stan culture, I would be wildly disappointed in her. Then I would
right.
feel like I have failed.
No, that's a good one.
So-
I was going to say, like, if one day, you know, because I'm like big time into sneakers and hats, right?
Oh, yeah.
And there are certain pairs of sneakers and certain hats that I keep.
Yeah.
And if one day when Cruz is like 18 and I say to him, son, listen, I have this collection that I have kept. I wore a couple of times. I cleaned them all up. I saved them and I want to pass them down to you.
Yeah.
And if he were to look at me and be like, all right, lame.
Yeah. Yeah. God,
Right?
that would hurt. That would hurt. That would hurt.
It's like, oh, so you kept shoes and hats?
Yeah. Okay. So let's go super petty. Let's go back to the steak well done. What is something, Mocha, to you that is super petty that you would be upset if your kid did? Like you wouldn't even be upset enough to mention it to them, but it hurts just a little bit. Okay. What if he was a vegetarian?
Oh man. Yeah.
Okay. What if he decides? What if he comes home one day and he's like, "Dad, I'm a vegetarian."
I mean, I'd have to support his decision.
Yeah.
But deep down inside, I would just be crushed.
Right.
Like, just crushed, man.
Yeah.
Because, you know, oh, frig, dude. Steaks and burgers and, like, ribs.
Yeah.
And, like, doing things like as a family going to like Rib Fest in the
know.
summertime, you know?
Yeah, okay, so I knew vegetarian was going to hit you in the heart. Maury, you don't have a kid, but if you did have a kid, what is something that you would hope that kid wouldn't do?
Oh, like
Or
if
would you be
because it'd
disappointed
be
in?
obviously Matthew and I would be the parents, and if suddenly we introduced the child to Mariah Carey, and the kid's like, "What is this garbage?" I think that would secretly.
Chances are the
crush-
kid would say that.
Yeah, much like most people today.
Yeah, by the way.
Matthew and I would be crushed. Or if the kid didn't love Christmas as much as we do, like didn't just find it absolutely amazing, like didn't care about putting the tree up and how much it
I've
means.
never met a kid who doesn't love Christmas.
kids love Christmas, man.
All kids love Christmas. Even kids that don't get Christmas love Christmas, right? It's all kids love Christmas.
Hey, Sebastian, thanks so much for your question.
Yeah, no problem, guys.
Right on, dude.
Appreciate it. Take care, man.
All right, you too.
Later, brother.
What's wrong with you guys?
Why, Maury? I would not do that. Maury's sitting here laughing, and when his head bobs up and down, he keeps his finger right in the corner of his eye.
Yeah.
So as his head is bobbing up and down,
Just
his
stab yourself.
finger is going into his eye, like into the socket. It's
You
not
all right?
safe, man.
Yeah. I'm just trying to stop the tears.
Okay.
Okay, be professional for a second.
Thank you.
Jonathan Broscos asks this: what's one thing you did or do to make your parents mad, either when you were a kid or still to this day?
Oh, to this day?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing. Whatever. I think that maybe I might swear too much for my mom, but I got that from my mom because my she wasn't like really proficient in swearing, but she was very liberal with what she allowed in the house growing up.
Yeah.
But I don't think nothing really. What used to drive my parents crazy was when I would get involved at a very young age with these women who were much older than me, and I think that they thought when I was younger that they were going to lose me to that I was going to somehow run off and ruin my life with a biker chick, and so they would allow me to have these people over and have like long sleepovers, and they could stay the week and all this.
What?
because they
They're
didn't
like hiding out at your place, these biker girls?
No, because they just a lot of them didn't have a place to stay. I mean,
Wow.
But
that biker life, though, huh?
right? I shouldn't say they weren't biker girls, but their ex-boyfriends were bikers.
Okay,
right. So they had been involved with bikers before, but they were just like these cool rock chicks that were just much older than me, and my parents were terrified that I was going to leave the house and run away with one of these women.
Gotcha.
And so they would allow me to sort of live that life with them in the house under watchful eye.
Oh, wow.
And they seemed very accepting of it because they were terrified that I was going to ruin my life with one of these.
But now you're with somebody much younger.
With one of these women. I know. Catherine is the first person I've ever dated that was younger than me.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't say that. My wife was younger than me. But it wasn't like it was up until I was, up until I was in my, up until I hit 30, I never dated anybody who was younger than I was.
Really?
Never.
What's
No.
the oldest? Like year age gap?
So the oldest was a woman that I had this affair with. And I say affair not because she was married, but I say affair
That was gonna be my
because
question.
it was like this torrid sort of affair.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay, gotcha. It wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, it was just two lovers.
But the universe brought them together.
So I was in my 20s, so I was probably about 24-ish.
Yeah.
And I would go to her house.
Yeah.
And I was closer in age with her son than I was with her.
How old was she?
So her son was probably like 15 and her son was 13 and I was about 25.
Yeah.
So I was 25. She was probably late 40s. Maybe?
No!
Maybe mid 40s? Mid 40s.
Yeah?
Mid 40s. Yeah, because she had the kid when she was 30.
I thought you were going to say I was so convinced you were going to be like, and she was 60.
No. I've had romantic liaisons with people who have been much, much, much older.
Wait, but was this like a relationship?
Yeah,
or?
we probably dated for about 4 months.
Okay, so she acknowledged that you were her boyfriend and not like no. You were just her her ting.
Did she cook for both you and her son?
Cook. Come on.
Maury.
She only needed Roz for one thing.
Maury, I would.
I'm just picturing you and the son like sitting there waiting for her to bring the plate over.
I did. I did. No, she was a weird one. So explain this to me, because it's still one of those things from my life where I was like, I didn't really understand what was going on, because I wasn't a big player of games, right? When it came to relationships and this kind of thing. But she would like do this psychological stuff on me where I wasn't prepared for it. I was like young, like 24, and I didn't even know what was going on in the world. But I remember like I would show up at her house at 2:00 in the morning. We would listen to some music and then go up to the loft.
A loft.
Right?
Okay.
And it would be a wonderful night. Like it would be this fantastic sort of like it was like Cirque du Soleil, right?
Yeah.
Like it was just everything you could sort of imagine, right? It was beautiful.
Okay.
And then it would finish and we would be lying in bed. And I remember vividly like leaning over to like hug her and put my body against hers. And then she just kind of did a half turn back to me and went, "What are you trying to do? Torture yourself?" And I didn't know how to take that. And then so I shimmied away.
Yeah.
Right? Like I shimmied away. And then I remember the next morning, she goes downstairs and I smell coffee, right? And I'm like, oh, this is like everything. This woman is like, she was living in her ex-husband's giant house, and like this place was gorgeous, right? And I'd never been involved in anything like this before. And I remember vividly, I'm up in the loft and I smell coffee, and I'm like, oh my God, this is everything I've always wanted. This is like really fantastic. And then she comes back upstairs. I hear her footsteps, and I sit up in bed and I put like the blanket around me and everything else. And she walks back into the room wearing this like robe that was like sort of open on the top with 1 cup of coffee, and it was hers.
Get your own sucker.
Yeah. And I put my pants on. I walked downstairs and I went out the door and I got a taxi and I went home.
No.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to say, I made coffee, put it in a travel mug on your way out.
Please, the kid was having breakfast. I don't get to go in the kitchen. But I'm saying this happened every single time I went over.
Wow, take a hint, bro.
It would
she don't want you there in the morning.
Yeah, it would end horribly, right? But then she would still call me on the home line back then.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So where was this? This was in
here. This was here.
In
this
Toronto.
Yeah.
Is she still around?
I don't know.
Have you ever tried looking her up on Facebook?
No, I've never looked her up on Facebook. I've never done.
She's a grandmother now.
I've never done any of that. She probably is a grandmother now. Yeah. Yeah, she probably is.
You should look her up just to see.
No, I don't know.
You know why? Do you want to torture yourself?
Well, shut up, Maurie.
Damn it, Maurie. Same question to you from Jonathan. What's one thing you do or did to make your parents mad, either when you were younger or still to this day?
Well, now it's just I get in trouble whenever I don't call to ask how they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I get
You don't
serious.
call enough?
I don't call it, and I get in serious trouble. Like, for example, my dad called me the other day going, "We're sitting here waiting for you to call and ask about Thanksgiving." And I was like, well, I was sitting and waiting for you to tell me about Thanksgiving. But they don't want to be the one to phone and say, here's what we're thinking. They want me to phone and say, what are we doing for Thanksgiving?
They want you to show interest.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I get that, though. I do. I get that.
And then I'll be told, so you haven't shown up to any hockey games for your brothers this year. I don't want to go to any hockey games.
Well,
Why don't you want to go?
Like, I'm so supportive. I cheer them on. It's fantastic.
Where? You cheer them on where?
Like, remotely.
Like at home.
Go team.
Do you... What do you, Mocha? What do you do that has upset your parents?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Because you're very communicative. Like, I'm with Maurie. I would say that my mom, and I feel terrible because I don't think that I write my mom enough. And sometimes, often, she will write me and I'll let the message sit there for a day just because I get so busy. And I always feel really, really bad. But you are very communicative with your family.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, yes and no. There are weeks where I'll talk to both my parents and my sisters on the phone, maybe 3 or 4 times in the week.
Yeah.
And then we'll go like a string of maybe 3 weeks without talking to each other. And there's the odd text.
And you got a little kid at home too. I'm sure everybody understands that.
I'm a little bit bad with replying to messages.
Yeah.
So maybe that might be a little upsetting, but something that I do now or as a kid, oh God, I mean, I was bad when I was a kid, so I used to upset my parents a lot.
But you don't do that now.
I don't do that now. Nothing carried over.
Yeah.
I'm not going to HMV stealing CDs and stuff.
I was gonna, for some reason, I'm just going to say lipstick, but I don't know why I was going to say lipstick. Yeah, I don't know why. Not that I think that you steal lipstick. Why don't we all make a pledge right now? Can we, the 3 of us, make a pledge right now that we're going to be better in communicating with our parents?
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Maurie?
Yeah.
No, like legitimately, because you know, like here's my thing, is that I love my mom so much, and I know, Mocha, that you love your parents more than anything. Maurie, your dad is fantastic. I know you love him. Why deliberately do something that you know upsets him?
It's not deliberately. It's just you. No, it's not deliberately. It's just time passes.
But if you went to one of your little brother's hockey games or initiated that, hey, you know what? I get a couple hours on Saturday. What can we do? You know how happy that makes him.
The games are at 8 a.m.
But it doesn't matter. But you know how happy that makes him.
I know, but 8 a.m. on a Saturday.
Get over yourself, though. But you know how happy that makes him. You have the ability to do something.
Not just your dad and your stepmom, but like also your brothers, right?
Yeah, I mean, I DM with them. I DM with them.
That's not it. That's not it, though. It's not it. You have the ability to do something that's going to make your dad extremely happy. Like your dad. You know that your old man would be happy for like a month if you went to a hockey game.
I'm looking forward to when my brother, the older one, Daniel, is of age where he can come visit me.
No, that's not the same thing. It's you showing interest.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's you showing
I assure
interest.
you I know.
Okay, let's all do that then.
All right.
Okay.
Here's a question from Rachel. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to choose between a lake, creek, ocean, or river, what would you choose and why? No context, but just try to explain your choice.
Okay, hold on. Okay, dingbat, Rachel. Read that again. I love this question.
Rachel's like super trolling us right now. Okay,
go. Yeah, read it again.
If you had to choose between a lake, creek, ocean, or river, what would you choose and why? No context, but try to explain your choice.
I don't think she's trolling us. This is legit. If you look at it, lake, there's sun tanning. There are things you could do at a lake, a creek.
But you can only pick one more. You got.
No, I know, but there
one.
are things you can do at each.
Okay, I'm definitely going ocean. 100%. 100% going ocean. Yeah, I don't mind saltwater. First of all.
Yeah.
But ocean is usually in my head anyway. I know. When you think ocean, you think of somewhere warm and possibly tropical with the beach, right? Creeks, I associate with mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah, true.
Right?
West Nile.
Because I was going to say creek because I like the sound of the water in a creek as opposed to a lake or a river or an ocean. Although...
Really? You don't like the sound of waves?
Although I do love the sound of crashing waves from the ocean.
Yeah.
So it's a toss-up. But I really like the sound of like a nice creek.
Yeah, I do too.
It's soothing. It's comforting.
Creek and river are similar, right?
Yeah. Well, rivers are like big. Like we're talking some giant rivers here. But okay, but what about the fishing too, right? Like think about that. Like think about the lifestyle that goes with any of those things. Where would you be happier if you had to spend every day on it? Like I would be happiest in a boat in the ocean with unlimited possibilities as opposed to like sitting on a dock with the creek and rubber boots and mosquitoes.
I was going to choose lake just
listen to this.
Yeah.
Like that's a creek. It's a very active creek.
Very active creek. Yeah. No, I grew up my Acton had a little creek that ran through it. Went by
doesn't it sound nice? It's very relaxing.
I love it.
Right?
No, I'm with you. I love creeks. I really do. You can jump in it. You can swim around. It's not too much of a commitment.
Yeah. You just dip your feet.
Go down for a picnic. Yeah, creeks are really great.
Right? So I'm going to say number one for me is creek.
Wow. Okay, I'm going ocean. 100% ocean. Maurie?
Lake.
Why lake?
Because I just have so many great memories of sun tanning on a beach by the lake. You can go in that water and not have to worry about getting salt water in your eyes.
Yep, true. There you go.
Here, hold on. Here's the ocean. Yeah. Okay, I may change my answer now.
I'm missing the bird sounds.
You remember that scene in Point Break when Johnny Utah wakes up on the beach with Lori Petty's character and he's late for work and he's late to his own raid and just like the sun was cut. No? You guys don't want to talk about Point Break right now?
No.
Never mind.
I don't specifically remember that scene.
You don't?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Wow, it's like you just watched Point Break yesterday.
Dude, it's the greatest movie ever.
All right, let's see here.
Did I ever tell you about Point Break when they did Point Break, the stage production?
What?
Yes.
No?
Yeah, they did a stage production of Point
Where?
Break in Los Angeles. There was a comedy troupe that did
tell us
the
the story.
That did the stage production of Point Break. And in order to get a perfect performance from Johnny Utah, which was played by Keanu Reeves, in order to fully capture the performance that he had in that movie. Every night on stage, all the actors would come out on stage before they started the production of Point Break, and they would choose somebody from the audience to be Johnny Utah, and they for the whole entire show had to read all their lines off cue cards, having seen them only for the first time.
Were you picked?
As the show. So everybody else is perfectly rehearsed, right, and they know all their lines and they know all their marks. But in every show, the Keanu Reeves character was like reading their lines off cue cards because they felt that was the only way to fully capture Keanu Reeves' performance in Point Break was to get people to do it who have no idea what's going on.
Wow, you know what? That's brilliant, though. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Natalie asks this question. It's a very important one. What deodorant does Roz use? He says it's an all-natural one and really good, but he never mentions the brand.
Yeah, I know, and I felt bad about that because this is now 4 people that have asked me what the brand is.
Oh, you keep it in your bag?
Yeah, it's in my purse. Hold on here.
Your purse?
Yeah, all my pills.
Pills?
I got one ladies deodorant. That's not it.
Huh?
A hair product. Hold on. A sock.
One sock?
One sock. Yeah, hold on here.
We should do a YouTube video like what's in Roz's bag.
A padded envelope that's empty.
Okay.
Just in case.
In case of what?
In case. Just in case. You never know, man. iPhone head. Oh, there's my iPhone headphones. Here it is. Here. It's called Native.
Let me see.
Yeah, hold on. It's called Native, and let me see if I can read the back here. Hold on here. I can't read that back.
Here, I got you.
No. I don't want you touching my. I don't want you touching my. It's almond and vanilla flavor. Flavor scented.
Oh.
Scented. Do you want to smell it?
Yeah.
It's been close to my armpit, just so you know. But I will say this though, Catherine was actually the last person to use this.
Oh, that's fine.
So she cleaned all the hairs off it.
Gross.
But yeah, it's an all natural. There's no. It smells nice, right?
It's very subtle.
Yeah.
It's not overbearing.
Yeah, no.
Really
But
nice.
I love it. It's almond and vanilla. She orders it for me online. And does it work as well as like all the sort of super chemically deodorants, antiperspirants? No, it does not. But does it work well enough to get you through a day without putting poison in your body? The answer to that is 100% yes. So the name of the company for the deodorant that I wear is Native.
I tried this.
Yeah, it's
Very
really
nice,
good.
yeah.
It's really
Like
good.
spelled Native?
Yeah, Native.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Here, Maurie, you smell this. You're good at smelling things.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? God didn't give you a nose like that for no good reason, man.
Oh, it smells edible.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
It's good.
delicious.
It's
real
good.
nice.
It's
I like
good.
it.
Yeah, I like the smell of it. Do you like the smell?
I love the smell.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to try it.
No.
Almost wanted to try it.
That's why I don't invite you to things more. Right? That's why you don't get invited to my deodorant smelling parties.
Because I'm going to eat it.
Yeah. I have one sock. It's a rainbow sock too. Look at that. I got one rainbow sock.
where's
in my
the other
bag.
one?
I have no idea.
And MV asks this question. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup on eggs, yay or nay?
Oh, hell no. We just had this conversation.
I would say ketchup absolutely on scrambled eggs.
No, I can't.
No.
I've had, just out of curiosity to see what the hype was, ketchup on eggs. I'm not a fan.
What about steak sauce on eggs? That's another one.
Well,
people
that's,
love.
yeah, see, there's my thing, because when I grew up, and I think when most kids did, there was just a bottle of ketchup in the fridge all the time, like, or in the cupboard or wherever you put your ketchup. But for me, I never used ketchup. My grandfather, whenever he had an omelet or whenever he made a grilled cheese sandwich, the condiment of choice to go with a grilled cheese sandwich or an omelet was always HP sauce.
So good.
Right?
But that's just because
It's
you
got a
love the
little
taste
spice.
of HP sauce.
It's got a little spice in it,
Yeah.
right? It's got that kick where it's savory. Like my mouth is watering right now thinking of HP sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say, I mean, I know people do. I think eggs and ketchup looks gross.
Yeah, it does look weird.
But with scrambled eggs, it tastes really good.
No, I couldn't. I can't.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
You know what? Also, recently, and I only told my wife this like maybe a month ago, and I think she was surprised.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of jam.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. And it was never a problem before, and it's only recently Like when we're having breakfast and if I'll put jam on my toast or bagel or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I don't like jam. I'm just like, I just stick to butter or cream cheese on a bagel. I'm not like blueberry, strawberry, and what's the other one we have in the fridge? There's blueberry, strawberry, we have peach, and we have a guava jam. All of those in the fridge.
You have
and
a lot of jams at home.
We won't.
I don't even think we have any jams at home.
I won't. I can't.
Matthew puts jam. We have jam with cheese. Like Matthew will take some piece of cheese and dunk it in jam.
Really, huh?
That's all we use
Interesting.
jam for.
I don't eat jam either. But if you put peanut butter on toast, do you put butter first or no?
No, just peanut butter.
Absolutely.
You do?
Yeah.
I know. Some
Really?
people do that.
Yeah.
Grosses me out. And I don't know
love
why.
it.
But it grosses me out a little.
Wait. So you make toast.
Yeah.
And then you put butter.
A light layer of butter, and then you put your
then
peanut
you put
butter.
peanut butter?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that do that. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people that do that.
Because I love the taste of butter.
To me, that's double butter, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of salt, too.
It is.
It's a lot
I
of
couldn't
salt.
do it.
No.
I don't know. Just that combo.
No. I've never had a PB&J. We've talked about that before.
Ever?
I've never had a peanut butter jam sandwich.
You want to?
No. I've gone this long.
Huh.
Yeah,
You're not missing out.
I've never had one.
It's all right.
But butter with peanut butter is something that we talk about in my house because Roxy always wants to put butter on her bread with peanut butter, but she just loves salt and fat.
Who doesn't?
And I always fight her against it. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm fighting for. It's super weird. Right? Like, I don't care what you do.
There are bigger things to fight about.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but okay, so you're not a fan of jam. And so what was
No.
Jenna's reaction to
I think
that?
she was kind of surprised. She was like, really?
Now,
Like,
does she keep buying it because she's like, oh my God, Mocha would love this?
No, she's a big fan of jam.
She's a big
So it's not like all these jars that we have are going to go wasted. Like our son Cruz, he likes it.
Okay, so how does the jam get used? Is it just strictly on toast?
On
Or
toast,
do you
yeah.
guys use jam in other ways?
No, just on toast.
Do you have bagels in the house all the time or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I love me a
You
bagel.
like bagels, huh?
Yeah.
Bagels are good.
Yeah,
Montreal
bagel.
Montreal bagels are fantastic.
With some prosciutto and some cheese.
Yeah, my favorite bagel is I'll take a Montreal bagel or any bagel for that matter, any just plain bagel. You toast it. And the best bagel I will ever eat is open face with cream cheese, and then you grab the pepper mill and you crush black pepper on it. A bagel.
And put 3 slices of
No,
lox.
Maurie, stop ruining my food stories. I'm in the middle of a fantasy here. I'm closing my eyes and I'm making it in my head. And every time I start to do that, Maurie then has to throw something on my food fantasy that grosses me out. Stay out of my fantasies. Build your own. Don't add to mine. When I'm building my
thought
food.
we're building it as a
No, we're
whole,
not.
as a
I'm telling you,
collective.
no, that's not how that works. You pause, you wait. I don't go, let me tell you about this burger, okay? The bottom bun was toasted perfectly, so there was no juice it didn't soak the bun, but it just gradually started to sink into the bottom bun. Then on top of that was 2 slices of perfectly melted processed cheese because that's the only way to properly eat a burger, okay?
Tell me more.
Okay, and then on top of that, salmon, because Maurie wants to put salmon on my burger.
So gross.
Right?
Ew.
Stop doing that. Get out of my food fantasies, man. Have your own.
But lox goes with cream cheese.
No, just stop. Do your own fantasies. Build your own.
All right, so you slice the
No,
bagel.
I don't want to hear it. Don't use that voice when talking about food. I swear to God, I'll never eat another thing in my life.
I have an idea for the next podcast.
Yeah,
All
okay,
right?
what's that?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
You want to bring in?
I'm not. There's no way in hell I'm eating a cheeseburger with salmon on it, bro. So don't even.
Okay.
No.
I was going to say, if you want to try
no!
a salmon cheeseburger followed by buttered toast with peanut butter on it. No, you're not down?
No, what was that other thing, that gross thing that you keep talking
lox.
about? Lox. What are lox?
It's smoked salmon.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, smoked salmon's disgusting. When one time I was at a fancy place.
Yeah.
And they were serving smoked salmon and wine. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll be with the fancy people and have a little smoked salmon and wine. I took a piece of that smoked salmon and just peeled it off from that other, you peel it.
Yeah.
Right? It's disgusting. I peeled off a piece of smoked salmon and put it in my mouth and I almost started to dry heave.
Really?
Yeah. The texture of that, biting the chewiness and fish and cold and nothing, like all of it was wrong. It's chewy, it's cold, and it's fishy. And I'm like, fancy people are eating this right now.
I don't mind smoked salmon. My problem with smoked salmon, though, is the smokiness. it's overbearing and it just sticks in your throat.
Oh, really? It's the smokiness that you don't like.
Yeah, no, I don't
Interesting.
mind it. It's just sometimes it's just too much, and then your breath smells like it.
Well,
like
if
for
you
the rest
don't
of the
like
night.
the smoked salmon, you don't like the lox, what you could do on your bagel with cream cheese is put 3 squares of herring.
Herring?
Oh,
Do you cook it?
No, it comes in a jar. It's pickled herring.
Oh, God.
Fish?
Right. Pickled fish.
Oh, gross. You're disgusting, dude.
Dude, it's the best funeral feud ever.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely
people
not.
love. I got a buddy of mine that in his fridge, in his office at work, he has a jar of pickled eggs.
That should be against
big
rules.
Jar of pickled eggs.
No.
At work.
At work, you should not be allowed.
And he has one of those custom long spoons, so you can dip it right into the bottom. Yeah, it's a specific spoon you buy for pickled eggs. Where it's a super long spoon, so you can get all the way down into the bottom of the jar.
That should not be
at
allowed.
Work.
Yeah, no, HR should have
Thank you.
talking to that guy. Hey, every week you're going to see us post on Instagram at Kiss925, Ask Roz and Mocha. That is where you get to ask all of your ridiculous questions or serious questions. And of course, much like Sebastian this morning, and much like Sebastian today, we'll invite one of you to join us on the podcast. Don't forget, rate, review, share with your friends. Apple Podcasts, by the way, is where we get all the reviews that we read on these episodes.
I'll tell you, Maurie being deep inside my food fantasies, I take it as offensive as I would if he inserted himself into my sexual fantasies. Like if I was you know what I mean?
Sure.
Right? Like I'm like, oh, you know what I could do right now? I just take Catherine and just like go down and just in the basement where it's nice and quiet and it's warm. We're just hanging out on the couch. The kid's upstairs playing Switch. It's no big deal.
And she's wearing pajamas.
See that? Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then I'm just getting ready to get the business, right? Like just now starting ready to get the business. And all of a sudden I just hear the toilet flush and the bathroom door opens and Maurie walks out.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah, see, you know what I mean?
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's just as gross as being in my food fantasies if you were in my sexual fantasies more. So stay out of both of them, please.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat. Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.